Okay. What's happening? Okay. What's happening? Okay. What's happening? Okay. What's happening? Yep, okay, right. I should be heard now. I've been testing the entire time. I was trying to hook up my soundboard thingy to the Xbox, but it wasn't working, so... But I've got one more plan for it to work. But it might not work, so who knows. I'm just going to put that down there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to this, and then go into my studio instead of on the guest profile. It's the creator dashboard. I'll do that, and then I'll see what it does. See if it works. Manage stream, that's it. Because I thought I saw a microphone thing on that, and if there is, then cool. I can do this on there. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. I tried to hook up a soundboard. That's why I wasn't able to work anything there. So yeah, if I go, I can invite guests. Cool. Where? So I can't speak via Stream Manager either. So yeah, I think it's just going to be this today. So what I normally do, but I thought, can I change things up? But it doesn't look like I can. So I'm just gonna plug this all back in and put it back the way it was. Something came up. What was that? That was something I am not caring about. Anyway, soundboard then. What I'm going to do with you, I'm going to put you back in here. Hang on. Where do I put this again? I put this, where do I normally put this? I put that in there, don't I? Yeah, no, I'll put that in there. Or do I? I thought I put that in somewhere else, but okay. Right, that's in there. And then we'll get the speakers. And I'll put them in there as well. So I don't know if maybe it'll echo off the speakers or not. They normally come up as earphones, don't they? So there we go. Hang on a sec. Right, that's all up. Okay, that's a bit louder now. Cool. Right, that's pretty much set up for tonight then. Hello, Techno. Hello. Please do me a favour and dive bomb everyone at every corner because it's funny to watch. Oh, stream together. How do I do that? Don't know. If anyone wants to stream together, then tell me. But yeah. So, retro racing. One sec. At least 4 safety cars. I'm expecting 10 at least. Otherwise, I'll be sad. Anyway, I'm back. Welcome again to Retro Racing's final round of Season 1. And its final round to mark the end of the championship that has spanned 3 months. We started back in September. And we're now in the middle of November, ending the championship. Let's see, I'm being tagged. I'm not being tagged. Why is it saying no? Oh, right. I'm expecting 100 million, 100 billion max. Nah. Like, excusing the silly predictions, if I'm being serious, I'm genuinely expecting 100 trillion. Genuinely. I'm ready for today. I'm ready for the bits where it's green flag, but I don't think it's gonna be green flag for long. Hello, Hazza. How we doing? How's Hazza? Is Hazza chill today? Because if Hazza isn't chill, then something's gone drastically wrong. Oh, Karim, he's Synonym Venom. Okay. Oh my lord. I'm tired. I hope you just like the broadcasts earlier as well, like the ones where I'm just sitting chatting BS. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying those videos. Also, wow, I can't speak. Nice. Yeah, gonna try and mention Retro Racing on the radio because funny. I'm not too sure if that's something I need to ask later, isn't it? I need to ask if what their guest policy is. If I could just ask any random guy to come in, or if they have to thingy. Show what, Joe? A radio show, not show my chicken. Anyway, can we have a vote to give Exact Max Clemente? Anyway, damn it, I said that on stream. Do you know what? Screw it. I'm keeping voice chats on today. How big's my chicken? Oh, it's big. It's smaller when I've eaten it. It's definitely smaller when I've eaten it, but it's big on my plate to start with. Oh yeah. No. So Chaos expects to finish dead last in quali. He didn't practice. Well, sometimes last can be 20th. Other times last can be 4th, like in 1996 Monaco. So, yeah. And the BMW's also struggling. You have traction control on full. You need a brake assist as well, mate, because wow, those dive bombs. Sorry, that's a bit far. My bad. And karma hits. I've just dropped my controller. Anyway, what am I doing? Backspace. There we go. I've got a whopping 3 screens today instead of the normal 2. I have the laptop with the Discord on it. I have another monitor that's hooked up to my laptop with the Twitch chat in it, and then I have the game on my Xbox screen. Kitted out, mate. I'm kitted out. I have a soundboard and I was going to use it, but it's not being used now, so I can turn that off. Oh, to be fair, it's being used in the speakers, but you just probably can't hear it that much, so I'm in main league so far, Fenny hasn't confirmed it. Yeah. Oh, Keane wants to join F124. Block. How do I block? Joking. I'm in tier nothing. Oh no, I'm in TGP2 or whatever it's called. Lagmaster Kian. Oh, yeah, Aussie Kian. Aussie Kian. Wee. How do I share stream? There's a sub only chat. What's a sub only chat? Oh, why did I do that? No, disable. Disable. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. Whew. Nearly ruined that then. Rage channel. Retro Racing. Raids. I don't know. Who's on Twitch? I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, clip. No. Edit. No. Manage goals. No. I don't. I want the share button. Where's the share button? Where's the stream link? I want to share a stream. How do I share it? Gonna have to go on the have to go back to my to the normal Twitch mode to get the Twitch link, and then go back onto the thing. But yeah, we're loading in then. We're loading in for the last time in Season 1 for Retro Racing. And we will commence the final qualifying session of Season 1 in Retro Racing, and then we will have the final dance to end this wonderful season. Q1 for the Brazilian Grand Prix in Retro Racing, the last qualifying session of this season. Get your cups of tea boiled, get everything ready, get yourselves comfy. Actually, don't get yourself comfy, because you'll be jumping out your seat by the time the race is happening. So, me and Joe need to discuss. Oh yeah, I'm not meant to say what it is, isn't it? Need some Crofty commentary. Crofty? Not Murray Walker or anything? No. Only Crofty? I'm joking. That'll be really bad if he sees that. He's like, oh, what? What do you mean? Crofty commentary terrible. Anyway. There's a car coming out the pits, and it is... Who is it? Big Up Maguire's coming out the pits. I think Max is coming out the pits. There we go, Maguire's coming out the pits. As we can see, he's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, the first one on track, unless my map tells me differently. Which it does, there is someone on track before him. Who is it though? I have no idea. It's TJ Plays. TJ Plays currently out on track. I can save the commentary to be good, because it's only Q1, so I can just... we can relax for this one and just enjoy them all going around and setting laps. Actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to share stream to a load of people. I'm going to share stream. Full qualities, that's normally like half hour, isn't it? I'm going to say it's half hour, so I'm going to say race starts at 8. There we go. I'm just going to do that, and then... Okay, that's on the Facebook. Right, so I've shared the stream a little bit. That's as much as I'll share it, to be honest. Hello, we're off already for TJ. TJ Plays, I just saw that. Coming back onto the track. That's it. I'm just watching it back on the stream. He just did the Fernando Alonso thing, just outbroke himself into turn 1 and ruined just that. That means Maguire is going to be the first one to set a benchmark time that's actually representative. He's got an army of cars behind him, though. Why has he got that many cars behind him? I'm not too sure. There's a car right up behind him. Who's that? That will be Hazard Chill. Hazard is Chill. Looking to... And there's a car off. That is going to be TJ, I reckon. And it's into the side of each other go Hazard and Big Up Maguire. Maguire and Hazard not being chill in the slightest. Bit of drama here in Q1. As there's a car off again, I reckon that's TJ doing traffic stuff. As we have Maguire spinning at the Bico Zapato corner. And he's rejoined, but then done a bit more grass cutting. And a bit more grass cutting. Oh no, he's trying to let people through. That's scary. Kind of should have gone to the outside there. He's got in the way as well of another car. So that is going to be scary stuff. Meanwhile, we have Tall and Cool as we have Hazard Chill and Synonyms Venom setting the benchmarks as well as TJ Plays. So a 1:12.2 is the pole time provisionally. No, it's not. A 1:10.7. No, it's not. A 1:9.2 by your champion of Season 1. He won the championship last time out in Monza. Tall and Cool in the other Ferrari also making it a Scuderia 1-2. Ferrari, the dominant force in this league. James and HF putting Benetton up there as well. So a 1:9.29 for HF, which is 100 slower than Phoenix. James, a bit worse off. Then GT just comes along and says, "Have that, you lot." Ferraris and Benettons battling. I'm just going to now pole by a 10th or 2. Beautiful. So Torrent, 3 tenths behind HF. James, 3 tenths behind him. And Techno a further second behind. All good. So yeah, I'm gonna commentate a little bit longer. I think for Q2, for the first part of Q2, I'm gonna go off a minute or two. I'm gonna make some soup, tomato soup. It's lovely. Hello DXR. Is he racing today? He's not racing today. Drama. DXR's not racing. Drama. Massive drama. Huge drama. It's like the apocalypse. Anyway. Where is DXR? DXR, join the lobby right now. Like right now. Where? Can I invite you? I'll invite him right now. Because it's not retro without a DXR crash out. Devons is here. He's not there. He's retired. What do you mean he's retired? Get him out of retirement. As Cameron takes pole position, and while there was a Cameron who got into the final of Big Brother last night, there's a Cameron here in Retro Racing taking provisional pole by 0.4 of a second. There's a car off. Who's that? That is Tall and Cool. And he stopped. You can't park there, sir. You can't park there. As he has a car coming up behind him now. That'll be some yellow car. I think that might be one of the BMWs. One of the BMW salvage, should I say. Or is it Hazard? No, it's not Hazard. Who is it? So many yellow cars in this league. God Chaos, that's who it is. In the Brawn. So Brawn. Who's Hexy? Hexy is the red Mercedes. Why do you ask this, Max? Get Kai's commentator too. Where's Pete? I thought Pete was commentated today as well. Where's Pete gone? Pete's just gone poof. Disappeared. Yeah, here's Hexy then, the red Mercedes. He's been in that livery since Belgium. He's doing Apex Tier 1. What do you mean he's doing Apex Tier 1? Max saying that he's 1.2 up and Hexy got in his way. That could be a penalty then. Incoming, we have a car going up the order. I think that was TTV. CTV, who got very close to a win in Monza, turns up to the Brazilian Grand Prix and goes a 10th off of pole position. But this is only Q1, so we only have to worry about the people who are 16th and 15th, and maybe 14th, depending on what the game does. We have Sid and Venom currently in the drop zone, as well as TJ Plays and Lewis, who's also on an outlap in that gold Senna. There's a lot of Senna tributes here today at the Brazilian Grand Prix. That's almost predictable, but in the best way possible. As Senna, obviously one of the many legends of F1, and one of the biggest, I think the biggest name in Brazil in terms of motorsport. But we head down into the Junsao corner with the Jordan. TJ Plays going up and over the hill. There's a car. What's happened up there? We'll see in a minute. No, he's got going again. I think someone just spun on this little kink here before the line. I'm not too sure how that's possible. But over the line for TJ, and he goes up to P9. He gets out of the drop zone, pushes Sin and Venom in there, and pushes Hexy into the danger slot as well. And also a purple last sector for TJ as well, so that could be an indication that he's running lower wings on that Jordan than some of his rivals. There's another car off. Who is that? That's one of the Renaults. That might be. That is Kian Wright. And what's going on? There's another car. All of them go very slowly. Ah, Kian's got lag, so that could be why he's struggling. As Lewis saying Techno causing more carnage. Where is Techno at the moment? Techno's currently 13th, but it looks like he might have gotten in the way of Lewis. Lewis is currently in that yellow McLaren. James is currently in pole position here in Q1. So there's a lot. I think pretty much the top 8 could all be with a chance, and Max as well. I think there could be maybe 10 drivers who could possibly win this race, looking at this pace-wise. Lewis, he didn't hear me. Yeah, I think he wanted you to get out of the way, Techno, because he was on a lap. But maybe that's something to do with spacing. But yeah, Lewis then heading down into the retro poster, and he's taking the pit exit line for some reason. And now heading down into turn 4. And around the Cido del Lago into what is known as Ferradura, where me and Lewis battled earlier on in the season in a 5-lap race as a means of practice. We head through. There's Tall and Cool, I think that is. Yes, it is. Tall and Cool getting out of the way of one of the Benettons. That will be James, who's now getting out of the way of Torlin as well. Techno saying sorry to Kiam, so it looks like Techno rattling another cage here in retro. We have I think Sin and Venom asking for a Lotus 1-2. Maguire saying that he deserves Maguire saying that he deserves a podium today. I will keep talking Techno until the day I die. Anyway, it's tall and nearly having a Fernando Alonso Esteban Ocon shunt there. It's a lapped car and on the exit turn 3, and if someone gets loose there, that is an easy shunt. And is he retiring? He seems to be just stopped for a long time on a lot of occasions, and Hazard spinning. Oh, Hazard looks like he was juggling that car like a clown on a unicycle. That was huge. Moments of desperation there for Hazard. Now he's got who's that behind him? I can't. There's so many new liveries today. I'm struggling to keep up with them. As we head through, as it wasn't Tolan. There is a white car on track right now, but it's not Cameron. Is it GC? It was GC. GC's in a white, green, and yellow Jordan today. Gotta get used to that one. There's someone off. Who's this? Oh, Maguire spins and nearly into Tolan, and he does hit one of the Renaults. That will probably be Cameron or Kian. It was Cameron. A 5-place grid penalty for Maguire. That will hurt his qualifying, and indeed is the start of his race anyway. There was also a yellow flag for TJ Plays, I think, as well. And oh no, there was someone off at Ferradura before that spin at the Horseshoe, and there's a car off again. That will be Cameron, I reckon. Cameron, the man in second. Having a bit of a sloppy one. Can't stand. Can it? Not too sure, to be honest, if it will stand or not. It looked quite out of your control as Hexy losing his control over his car and pirouetting out of Jun Zhao, or what? Is it Jun Zhao or Jun Zhao? Like, is it Jun Zhao with an S or Jun Zhao? I'm not too sure, but I'm just gonna call it Jun Zhao. As there's a car cut. I've just seen that on the map. Someone just cut the track. Who was that? Who was that? I'm gonna keep going until I get him. There he is. Oh, it's Max. Ah, Max. Okay, it makes sense now. Yep. That's Max taking the rallycross racing line. He's been playing Dirt 2 recently with me when he rolled over my car. So it makes sense that he's doing a bit of dirt driving here in Brazil. Here in Q1, Hexy, then comes Synonym Venom. Synonym and Hexy separated by, what, a couple thousandths, I think? As there's a car off, that is someone getting out of the way. There's someone without front wing, that's one of the Jordans. Could that be TJ? It was. TJ Plays has lost his front wing. How's that happened? Max asking Techno something. In the communications of Torrent taking the Lewis Hamilton line from 2022 when he collided with Verstappen. Someone off on the inside of turn of that long corner before Jin Xiao. There it is. Oh, it's TJ. TJ getting out of the way. I don't know why they all go on the inside of that corner. It would be better to go on the outside. What's up? Whoa, into the whoa! And TJ plays no more. And he's stuck at the top of that corner. That's a similar crash to what Marcus Ericsson and Roman Grosjean did in 2016. Yes, they were in the heavy rain, but hey-ho. As Tall and Cool doing a bit of Dakar Rally to pass the time. As what do I think of GC's helmet? Where's GC? He's in the pit, so I can't see his helmet. I'll see his helmet later on. Oh, as a chill getting slidey. And yeah, looks like that'll be it. So TJ's definitely going to be out of the session. It's just a matter of if it'll be Synonym Venom, Hexy, or Techno. I reckon it'll be Hex or Synonym. Hexy, it looks like he's got a bit more pace than usual. But see, Hexy goes over the line, doesn't improve. So, yeah, with 3 minutes to go, everyone's just chilling out, just preparing for Q3 and indeed the race. So Hexy coming down the straight. He's 3 tenths down after turn 1. I reckon this is an in-lap for him in that number 12 Mercedes. Yes, that is another number 12 car. It is the Ferrari of Phoenix, the man behind HF at the moment. HF though with DRS comes into the pits and Synonym's out. So that is what Q1. That is Q1 then, isn't it? As there's been a crash. That's why Synonym's gone out. Let's see if we can see on TTV races. Can't really see that much. He despawned already, but yeah, that is Q1 then, unless 14th gets eliminated as well, which I don't think it does, but it might do. But in which case that'll be Hexy or Techno. So yeah, mental stuff here in Q1. And yeah, Torrent is cheating, by the way. He had an extra engine under his seat. Well, that extra engine must have been like a Formula E engine, because he's only P9. So I'm not too sure if the extra engine is actually doing anything for him, to be fair. Anyway, God Chaos heading out of that corner. I think that can be it then. I'm going to that whole quali. He's only used mediums that whole quali. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some food. I'll be back probably in time for the end of Q2, hopefully. we're here in Q2 then. Keenright ahead of HF by 1,000th. And remember, it's the top 9 that'll go through to Q3, the hyperpole, if you will, or I don't know what else you call it, but I don't know what else you can call it. The retropole. There we go. Retropole. Joe should come back. I need my emotional support. I'm here. You can talk to me whenever you want. Anyway. Oh, Hexy's going slowly, just letting people through. I thought that was drama there. Nice. Well, yeah. Right, so we're here for Retro Racing's finale. There's side by side in the pit lane there. Don't know if anyone else just saw that. They're side by side into the pit entry between Keenright and somebody else. That was fun. We're riding on board currently with who's Hazard. Got my big TV back today, so I can actually see which drivers I'm clocking onto without my thingy there. Yeah, so we go up the hill. We have God Chaos pitting. We have someone else coming into the line. I think that will be Hazard. It is Hazard. 5 seconds out. Let's ride on board with him for this lap. It's yellow flags up at Bico de Pato. So we head out of that first S section through the Curva de Sol and down the straight into the Retro Posta, which will lead onto the Ciudad del Lago car round. That will be... Oh, Hazard Gilles going slidey as well, but he's 600s up. There was a car round, it's one of the white cars, so it might have been Fenny. I'm not too sure though. But Hazard coming round Ferradura into the horseshoe. Then round the UE corner. We see him blast up past us. We have a red car slow. That will be Hexy. And the safety car's out again. And Hexy's in the wall. So the safety car comes out, making its appearance here in Retro. And there's been a crash. Oh, and another crash for Techno. And a car coming out of the pit lane that nearly hits Techno, and he spins as well. So that's Big Up Maguire spinning around now. Absolute carnage. And this is Q2. Oh my lord. So Maguire, Hexy and Techno being caught out. And there was the safety car there. I did see it a minute ago. I wonder if we'll see it again in the near future. I think I saw it. Or it might not have been it and it was just something else, but I think I saw the safety car again. I'll keep going because I thought I saw it. Well, we have Lewis currently on pole with a 186. Oh, someone just went up the order. That was Hazard, I think. No, it wasn't. It was Fenny. Fenny just went up the order. Hazard's doing drifting. Where did we were on board with someone, weren't we? I think it was... I forgot who it was. I think it was Hazard, wasn't it? But yeah, looks like his lap went down well. We had to cut away to see that absolutely mental moment with a couple cars. We have TTV. Currently 2/10 off the pole time. He's 1,000th ahead of the highest Benetton driver. And he's now heading out of the Jun Xiao corner and heading over the straight. Also, after the race, I'm going to do a post-race show immediately after the race, talking about what happened in the race and maybe getting interviews and stuff like that, as Max goes 8,000 ahead of James in the Benetton. So Max puts his BMW in a Benetton sandwich which, being a clothing company, I don't know if it'll taste nice. Unless they're using wool, because then wool, you know, that comes off lamb, and it can be like a lamb doner kebab. I don't know. Anyway. But Max coming out of nowhere. Lewis pulling out a pole position that even he's surprised of. It's Q3 to... Nah, it's going to be Q4. Shouldn't do that. Anyway, we have got Chaos to a 10th or so down on his lap. Is he going to improve? Let's see. Does he have enough straight line speed to improve? He doesn't improve. Not by enough. We have HF coming onto a lap. We have Kian ending a lap. He's currently behind. Is that a Brawn? I think I see ahead of him. There's a turn 2 corner cutting is crazy. I know from experience it can be crazy. HF currently in 3rd, hasn't improved his time. Max as well hasn't improved his time. There's a yellow flag for one of the yellow cars, and it's Hazard. Hazard going slowly. Just chilling in the middle of the straight. And there's the safety car again. Yep. Just to confirm, the safety car has made a final appearance, and Max is trying to hit it and failed miserably. But there is a safety car here in retro yet again. Yep, it's the safety car. Our on track Bernd Maylander here in Q2 for the 3rd time this season. It's great to see him back. If I'm honest, I've missed him. He had a big hiatus over the last few races, so it's good to see him back for the first time since Monaco. He goes up. Techno goes through the safety car. Bernd Maylander currently in pole in LMGT3. In Retro GT3 as HF takes pole overall. Great lap. 3/10 ahead of Lewis. The Benetton really able to turn it up to 11. Max going over the line. We have Phoenix going slowly. We have he nearly gets in the way of Hexy there. We have one of the other white cars as well. There was a yellow flag for them. GC coming over the line, looking to end his outlap. Fenny causing a couple of yellow flags around this first sector. He's come out in a big bunch of cars in that Senna liveried Ferrari. So I think, and he kind of did himself in there. He's got to back off a bit more though, because he might get a bit dirty. Although he might get a slipstream as well from. That's not James. That's HF ahead of him. But we have a couple more yellow flags. We have Cameron causing a yellow because the safety car's behind him, I think. So there's a caution, but fear not, safety's not too far away. We'll just get one more shot at the safety car. There it is in the background. We have a white car causing a yellow? No, James causing a yellow. That's because one of the Ferraris are behind him. Torlin caught, didn't even realise Torlin. Ahead of Lewis with a 183. There's a car off and a 5-place grid penalty for GC for hitting James, and he's round at Junsao and he's got lost like Kimi Raikkonen. GC struggling. Is he disqualified from qualifying? That looked like AI driving, if I'm honest. It didn't look like an actual gamepad or a wheel. But anyway, and Hexy's round. And that'll be him out of qualifying with Techno, I reckon. Then comes Maguire, who's currently 2 sets up actually, so Maguire might be able to get up into the top 10. He goes 11th, just below the beam. Also, just need to shout out Fenny. I saw his corner cut at turn 2 and forgot to cover it. Cameron's left the session, so reliability issues for the Renault. That's not new. Fenny going over the line, goes up to P2 ahead of his teammate, and a full 100th to the dot behind HF. 2 yellow flags out for 2 different cars. As we have Fenny going through the safety car, we have Torlin on the grass, cutting some grass, helping the marshals out. He's on the grass. He's again doing that thing where he just waits for a long time. He's just rolling. Oh, he's going again. There we go. He's now looking to pull into the fast lane. He's got a couple... I'm lost for words, to be honest. This is just making me want to nod off. And now he's reversing. That could be disqualification from qualifying if he does that too much. There's a car there, and yeah, he's disqualified from qualifying. Tall and Cool out the session, disqualified from qualifying. Fenny dancing with his teammate on the exit of the Bico to Pato. So Tall and Cool is out of the session. Hexy looks like he's going to be out unless he can string a lap together, which he can. Fenix in the wall hard! That was huge. What a smash by Fenny, and he is now 10th somehow. Okay. Turn 2 needs to be banned. I saw that earlier on. That looked mental. He literally cut the entire corner and got away with it. That was mental. As yeah, what happened with GC as well? Because GC was involved in a shunt. I'm not too sure what it's about. But yeah, Techno currently. Techno go in the pits because it'll save time. No, go over the line. Don't go over the. Yeah, cheers. Whew. Okay, he's going over the line. Just saves time, doesn't it? There we go. So, because then we'd have to wait for him to go into the pit box. So, that's it. The last reason. You got DQ because you were reversing Torlin. I said that in commentary. Lord. Right, so Fenny and the Ferrari out of qualifying, as well as God Chaos. Then comes Techno, then comes Hexy, then comes Torlin. So 9 drivers go into the Retropole shootout Q3, the last qualifying session of Retro this season. Sky asking if someone can invite him, because yeah, that's Cameron, isn't it? Or was that God Chaos? I can't remember. Right, so the final quali of. Why did you get to? I don't know. You crashed and then the game put you 10th. 100th off, yeah. It was 100th off, but yeah. Anyway, we're in. So Fenny, because of crashing, yeah, he put himself out, which isn't funny at all. It's not funny at all. It's really not funny. I don't know why anyone would laugh at that. You know what I mean? Sorry. Anyway, yeah, there's the 3-lapper. That'll be fun. We have a couple cars coming out onto the track. Miss Lewis coming out. He's the only one that's like. Well, I don't know why it only lets you do like one driver when it's coming out of the pit lane, but anyway. So we have Lewis coming out the pits. We have Max coming out the pits, and Hazard. And one of the Benettons, that's HF. HF, the winner last time out in Monza when he won in that blue Benetton. It was a Benetton. I thought it was a Brawn, but no, it was a blue Benetton. And he ended up winning at Monza for the first time in retro racing, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, you were reversing till then. Your car, I don't know if it was you reversing or what, but I was saying in commentary, you're gonna get disqualified, he's gonna get disqualified. And then it happened. But yeah, it's cause, I think it's because your car rolled backwards. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, both Ferraris facing turmoil at the end of that session. I think the only way that can be, well, there's no way to make that up now. I guess Ferrari are going to be on a comeback drive, similar to Jenson Button when he took the championship in 2009. I think the safety car's out again. No, it's not. That was the airbox. That wasn't the siren's fault. That. My car wasn't working. Okay. Need to be max. Yeah, you do need to be exact max. Funny. Anyway, we have James get out of the way. We have HF on a lap. We have other cars out on track. I think TTV's gonna be the first. No, it'll be Lewis. I think, won't it? Lewis is gonna be the first one to set a benchmark time here in quali. No, it won't. It'll be Max. No, that's not. Who is it? Who's that car in front of Lewis? It's Hazard. Hazard's gonna be the first one. Oh, your helmet GC. I haven't done that yet, have I? You're still at the pits. Still at the pits. I haven't seen your helmet. Are you still in the pits? Ah. Anyway. Purple sector 2 over the line for Hazard. And Hazard goes to P1 provisionally with a 1:85. Okay. Not too. That was 2/10 off of the Q2 fastest lap. And 3/300ths of a second behind that is Lewis. Max a further 2 seconds away. You must have made a mistake in his lap somewhere. Max in third. We have HF coming over the line, setting his Benetton nowhere. 1:19.0. He must have had trouble on his lap. Purple sector 2 for Cameron. He's coming up on the safety car, getting a little toe off of burnt Mylander. And now over the line for Camiron. And he goes P3. He's a 10th on the dot ahead of Max. No, behind Lewis, shall I say? And he's now holding up the safety car. Now 100th separates, no, 8,000ths even separates the top two as Kian Wright goes up to the pole time with a 1:85, and he hits the safety car. As I'm not too sure if the safety car was the reason for all that chaos in Q2. There is a car off. Who's that? That is Cameron trying to stay out of the way of traffic. He's going very slowly. What's Cameron doing? What is Cameron doing? I am not too sure. Can you show me the clip of me stopping, because I can't remember. I don't remember me doing so. Sure. Just I'll do it all after this. But HF takes pole, and James takes second, away from Kian as well. So Kian bumped down the order in the session. James here, who was battling very hard with myself in Green Army in Bahrain. Yeah. Hop in a call. Can I hop in a call? Like, so the stream can hear. I'm not too sure. Oh, they're in VC. I'll hop in afterwards. I'll hop in, Oh, actually, I could do that. Okay. Well, I could do it. It'll just be on a YouTube stream of me on Facecam rather than the stream of Retro. So, but yeah, no, I could do that. Bear with. I'm gonna move that over here. I'm going to get. Actually, do I need Twitch chat? Do you race in LMU? I don't race in LMU, no. I wish I did, but I'm on console, so I don't. I think the only one in here, I just realised Q3 is full of all Xbox players bar GC. That's mental. So, I'll start recording. Oh, I need to sort my background out. 1 second. Why is desktop audio that? Oh, because of this. Right, hang on. Let me try and sort this out. Where's my mic? What mic is it hooked up to? Properties. Use the normal mic this time. Oh, actually no, I won't use the normal mic. I'll use the. Turn my soundboard on. F1998. Here we go. Right, that should be good. There's no mic on it right now, so what I'm gonna have to do.
Connected.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. Right, but anyway, I haven't got long because they're gonna start their final run soon. I'll just do the normal mic. Sure, screw the soundboard a minute. I'll have to do the soundboard. I'll do the soundboard in the post-race show. Where's Discord? Open. Oh no, don't go there. Right. Yeah, so Kian Wright's currently on a lap. We have HF on pole at the moment with a 1:81. This will be the final 4 minutes of retro qualifying for the Season 1 grid. And for the Season 1 as we know it. And yeah, I'm going to hit record. And hop in the call with Torlin as well. But I don't know if he'll hear me or not, but hey ho. Yes, my speakers work. Right, okay, that's cool. In that case, you go here. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'll give it a shot. Right, I don't know if you'll be able to hear much out of these speakers, but yeah, we'll see. I need to close that door. So yeah, oh, and Kian goes to the top with a 1:80. So, oh hello, I'm in the call now, yay.
Yeah, they cannot be heard.
I cannot be heard. Okay. I know why that is. There we go. That should do it. There we go. Sorted. Sorted. Right, you can hear me now. I'm going to turn that down. Well, I'm going to turn that down because that's pretty loud. Right, anyway. Maybe you're an ob. If we get lost. That was grim. Apologies. Ava, do you want to shut my door? Shut my door.
What did you say?
Can you shut my door?
Shut the door. Okay.
What strategies do you have planned for the Ferraris? Like literally just take out the rest of the grid and then win like that.
Oh no. Yeah, yeah, so the strategies for the Ferraris, that's gonna be very interesting. Anyway, what am I doing? I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. But yeah, with 2 minutes to go in the session, we have Hazard. I'm gonna record this as well because why not? So HF in seconds. Currently, we have. Oh, I have an idea as well. Big idea. No, that won't work. Okay. I'm gonna stop recording and then I'm gonna start streaming on YouTube and then that'll be good. So HF. Oh, why is this being silly? Just stop the recording, just stop it. There we go, right. HF then, heading up the hill, and he's off. And he's on an in-lap, isn't he? Oh, he nearly, that lag. I thought he was turning into another car then, but we have GC going through the safety car. We have a car off. Who's that? That's Exat Max in the grass. And he's now going to have to rejoin and not get in the way of the Benettons. And he's beached. He's beached. That is Exat Max beached. No, he's reset to track. And he's now got in the way of one of the Renaults. That's not Cameron, that's Kian. On an outlap, luckily. Absolute mental. So, yeah, and the safety car getting in the way of Cameron. And let's see, Hazard currently 100th up. Yep. So Torlin Verstappen's going to be in full force for sure.
I'm making it to the podium.
All right. We'll see. Time will tell. I don't want you to speak too soon. That's all. As Cameron goes to P2 and TTV still on pole provisionally. There's another car over the line, that's Hazard. He stays where he is. And he gets in the way of the safety car a little bit. We have the next car over the line will be Lewis then. Can he make a threat to pole position? He's been quick here all day. And he's been quick in the 5 lappers before as well. He goes nowhere. Stays 7th. and the McLaren in 7th. Absolute carnage. There's another car come to the line. That'll be TTV, but he's 2/10 down. He's 2/10 down. He's knocked it in a wall. Next up is James Bay. Both Bennettons, Pitt and Bale, on their final runs. Chaos. GC isn't bailing though. GC's going to go over the line and take P4. He's in between the Bennettons. Max in the pits. That is the end of qualifying. Mental. So Kean saying his pole position felt very good.
So you still streaming?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I'm gonna try and stream my you know that broadcast pre-show type camera? I'm gonna stream that on YouTube as we do the race, but I'm gonna set that up in a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna set that up in a bit, and by in a bit I mean kind of now. Need to. Right. Well, that is
I'll save it.
quality for retro racing. Yeah, that is Q3. Fastest is Kean Wright. And just like he did in Formula Asphalt way back in F1 23, he's setting down barnstormers here in league racing.
Hey. Now we can talk about other things.
Yep. So actually, while he's talking about other things, I'm going to set up this background and this stream. Bear with.
You know Joe likes bread, but if you do have bread, you get a big surprise.
It's a great surprise. It is. It's worth it. You know, money can't buy the prize that you win for it, I must say. Oh, actually, I'll set it up in a minute. There's this 3-lapper thing, isn't there? The Joker race.
Yeah.
Here we go then. The final Joker race of season 1. Let's get ready. Actually, I'm going to stream a recording of this, actually. Manage broadcast. Oh, I've got to do all the info for it.
I'm actually going to try to survive this.
Yeah, I am as well. I doubt I will.
It's going to be like Arrow vs Survive series.
I just want to kill Hazard. Hazard getting
No.
killed. I only have Hazard getting killed. That's what I'm targeting.
It's going to be like Arrow vs Survive series. Here we go then. 5 lights on for the Retro Joker Brazilian Sao Paulian Grand Prix. Everyone's jumping to start. And we head into turn 1. And cars on. There's a car upside down. Holy God. There's a car upside down. Oh my Lord. There's cars everywhere. Geared slow. People are dying. People are making it through though. That's absolutely glorious. Techno leads. They head on the Retro Boster. Techno lead. Oh my Lord. TJ Speed absolutely killed. And Phoenix has gone to the back rooms. Torlins in 3rd. Techno, I just went on to Techno's camera angle and it just showed a big white board. And into the wall for Techno, and he's spinning and he's not DNFing. As TTV is now doing a little, I don't know what he's doing with Max here, he's just doing a formation with Max. We have Hazard, then Sinan, oh, that's not Sinan, that's Torlin. Torlin's missed, what an absolute skill issue. Torlin, no, not Torlin, Sinan's retiring, God Chaos is retiring and disqualifying. Hazard is chilling, and God Chaos is chaosing God.
Film was going to do some drifting now.
Yeah, come on, do some drifting, go on. Hazard 360 right now, else Frozen 3 won't come out. Do it. Yeah, do it. Oh, what are you doing? You've done a Kimi Räikkönen. I don't know how. I don't know what that was meant to be, but I think he failed. Come on, just smash the car into pieces. Make it Wreckfest. Hazard, mate. Wait. Hazard, just quit now. Yeah, nah, he's bottled that. He bottled that. Hazard, mate, you've lost points. Nah, he needs to be deducted points for that, surely. That's absolutely diabolical. Anyway.
What the hell just happened?
What just happened was your average retro racing race.
Yeah, that's what actually happened in the race though. So
Innit, mate? Innit?
Oh, mate, that pole. Oh my god, that was stressful as fuck.
Oh, hello, Kian. I didn't realise you're here.
Yeah, that pole that. Oh my. That was so needed.
Alright, Kian. Wow. I've never seen you so. Like. Wow. You're in the mood, mate. Hello, YouTube stream.
Like,
Hello, YouTube stream. How we doing? I'm gonna take that standings off because they aren't actually the standings. And also, they're gonna change anyway, so there's no point. Yeah, they're wrong. I would get the other ones, but I can't be asked. What? All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put me on the side. I'm gonna put me on the side. I'm gonna put my radio show in the top corner for advertisement.
Torland.
yeah.
In Q1, I thought I was off the pace so much. In Q2, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm making there.
Hey, that's what I did for Q2.
Yo, Kian, you went Formula Ash mode on this biash. Aye, aye.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why can I hear someone's back door opening?
I'll do a deal. If I win this race, I'll face reveal right now.
Alright, yeah. Oh, okay. I'll get it on stream and I'll put it all over YT and you'll be really recognizable. Mate, everything's ruined. Okay, Twitch stream, I'm gonna lose your chat. Goodbye. Because I'm gonna start the YouTube. The YouTube stream's already started. So yeah, Twitch chat, I've lost you. Goodbye.
Okay, give me a second.
I'll have the Discord chat though, so I'll have Paddock chat open.
Oh, wait, Jordan, how the fuck did you get disqualified?
I was driving backwards. Well, I wasn't even driving backwards. I was off the.
He was
track.
rolling
I was
backwards.
reversing.
Oh, OBS is disconnected. Oh no.
Oh, what the fuck?
You don't want to say.
There we go. Right. Hello, stream. Is it working? Can they hear me? They might.
You
Hear me.
must have-
I think they can hear me.
When that happens, Torland.
Right. That frame rate's awful. Do you know what? I'll record instead because streaming is awful on OBS. I'd rather record because you have less frames drop.
Yeah, Joe, my god, that pole out was actually scary as fuck.
Yeah. You'll send me the onboard of it. I'll commentate on it alone.
Did you get it? Did you film
I don't actually know. I was just seeing people come up to the line and I was just commentating on that. So I'm not too sure if I did or not. But hopefully I did.
James and HF7190, I just kept staring at the map because they're so rapid.
Yeah, they are quite quick. Do you know, I'll do the recording thing for the call later on, but I think the stream can hear you anyway, so it's all good.
I've got an onboard recording of it.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, send me that, and I don't know if I'll be able to commentate on it or something, but I'll try.
Like free lap. But that'd be fun.
Free lapper. When I saw it was free, when I saw there was no tyre selection, I was thinking, what the hell?
Right. So.
This is gonna take forever.
It is.
Yeah.
15 DNF possibly.
15 DNS, mate. We're gonna have 55, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely 55. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Twitch stream and then I'm gonna record a YouTube thing after that. So I'm gonna do like a post-race grid chat type thing. So yeah. Also Twitch chat, I can see you now because I gave up with the YouTube stream. So yeah, I can see you now. Hi. Anyway. I don't know if you can hear the soundboard thingy, but I'm going to play it anyway throughout the stream. I'll put the speakers closer so you might be able to hear it more. There we go. So if something happens, I could just lean over. No one ready up instantly. Everyone ready up. 3 laps, no, it's 2, isn't it?
71? Jesus Christ.
What? Oh, this is.
Everyone's dead?
Hang on, is this the 6 hours of Brazil for the World Endurance? Oh, mad. Cool. Oh, come on. Load. There we go. Right. Up on VC. Bang. There we go. Right, good. But yeah. Oh yeah, I've got to ask about guest later for the radio thing. I'll ask about that later. I asked, was it Kian asked, AJC if he wanted to be a guest on my thing, and he was like, I would, but, he said something about his anxiety going off or something. But yeah. Yeah,
71 laps? Are you kidding me?
and on that bombshell, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'll be back after the race to ask you questions and that.
Alright.
Right then, that means I can take this off and I don't know, put something else on. Ooh, I can put OBS on. Cool. Right. Well, I can put it on a record. Good. Good. I'm gonna make this bigger. It does go over it. Cool. Right. Nice. Hello, welcome to Retro Racing. I'm on Twitch, but I'm also doing a YouTube recording to make some other videos out of it. And yeah, hopefully it'll be cool. Can you hear the soundboard? Let me just check. Yes, right, cool. Right, so that's the YouTube video. Twitch is there. And then the YouTube recordings on this monitor over here. And then I've got the Xbox streaming the Twitch on there. So I've got Twitch chat, YouTube recording, Twitch recording, camera on the Twitch chat. It'll make more sense the more we do it. So yeah, if there's no safety car, then Phoenix will become a femboy. Okay, cool. So 5 lights on then here in Retro Racing, and we're away, and Phoenix gets a drive-through penalty. So the champion of Retro Racing gets a penalty right off the bat. The Renaults lead out of turn 1. The Benetton's not too far away. We're here with Exat Max, and as they follow their way through the Curva de Sol, no Contentinoing heading out of Curva de Sol. I'm surprised about that. They've all made it through cleanly here in Retro Racing. They're swarming like bees, and they're heading down into the next corner. There is Chaos as well for the Lotus, and he makes a whole pile up. That is Big Up Maguire causing chaos. Hexy's involved, and I think Torlin's involved. He is. Torlin's involved, and Max is out. Exat Max is out of the session. Absolute carnage. So Lando, Exat Max, he was looking to score big for BMW Williams today, but he's out by the time they get round turn 4. They made it through turn 3, and I was surprised, but then they didn't make it through turn 4, and if I'm honest, I'm not very surprised. So chaos. I don't know if we have any chats about that. I need the Discord to be on it as well, so I'll put that here. If I put that... Oh no, I can't get Discord, never mind. Anyway. Yeah, we have a virtual safety car, full course yellow. Both Renaults having a dream start. GC as well, holding his own in that different liveried Jordan. Then we have the Benettons behind that. Then we have the yellow McLaren. DRS enabled, full course yellow aborted, and God Chaos has got ahead of... Oh, there's a car out! Carl Lewis is round on the exit of the safety car restart. And he's going to drop to 13th. 14th now as Hexy goes by. Big up Maguire in the pits fixing his front wing. And TJ Plays and Tall and Cool going side by side. Not too sure what's happened here. There's Hexy now side by side with Lewis and making contact with him. Chaos. There's Max saying that he tried to avoid it and then got collected. That is a shame. Cameron battling for the lead with his teammate. So the Renault teammates battling it out. This is like Rennie Arnoux and Nelson Piquet from Alan Prost from back in the 1970s in the first turbo era of F1. The Renaults blast out of the Jun Xiao corner. And it's Kian just edging out ahead of Cameron. But is it going to be done for long? Both Renaults ahead of GC. Both Benetton's behind GC. HF takes the fastest lap near the contact between the Renault and the Jordan. One Renault goes down the inside, one of the Jordans going down the inside. The Renault's keeping it in sympathy. The 3 wide round turn 3. First with Kian, now with HF. They could be 4 wide heading into turn 4. Let's go into the grass for HF. That was absolutely chaotic stuff. The number 5 takes the lead ahead of GC. But Kian, and round in the background. That is, has a chill. Doing pirouettes in the background. That is not where you want to be parking, sir. The Renaults have lost out to HF in the Benetton. And now they're being put under pressure by the other Benetton and the other Jordan as well. So the Jordans and the Benettons giving the Renaults a run for their money. Cameron down a position again. Cameron to 4th, Kian to 2nd, HF to the lead, and GC to P3. James has just watched all of this and emptied his popcorn bucket, because that was chaos. As Toilet now side by side with Techno, and more chaos with Techno. As Techno being the dive bomb king, making the most of it. And Toilet and Techno making contact. Techno sent to the shallow realm. Toilet drift him. Lewis goes through, and after spinning on the safety car restart, he's now back up, fighting for P8. And now Cameron's battling for P4 again. He's trying to hold off James, and now he's trying to stay with GC. As Lewis has now got ahead of Torlin, as you see on the leaderboard. I would have a look at that, but I'm worried about these two making contact. These 3, should I say, making contact. Looks like nothing's going to happen, so we're going to take a risk. We're going to watch these two battling. Where's Torlin gone? There's Torlin. He's in the centre McLaren, centre Ferrari, should I say, battling one of the BMWs. He's also got another yellow car behind him. That's a Jordan, trying to battle him as well. But Torlin getting past Techno, making contact with the BMW. Phoenix is out of the session. The world champion retires from the last race. A disaster for the world champion, but it doesn't really matter. This race doesn't really mind for him. So Phoenix leaves the session. That's it for him. I reckon that's a reliability issue for him then. Reliability issues catching up way too late for Fenny. So Techno making up places. As in the wall for TJ Plays and Tolan. So 2 cars off, that's the Jordan. And meanwhile the other Jordan is battling with one of the Renaults. That's GC, and he gets ahead just as the safety car comes out. Cameron now in a little kerfuffle here. I think he's going back past GC. And this battle has been electric so far in this race. So as Torlin retires and TJ retires. What's happened there? Torlin and TJ retire. HF has a drive-through. The race leader has a drive-through penalty. What happened there with... It doesn't show what happened to Torlin and... Well, I'll have to find some other angles of that and maybe put that on in as a separate video. That battling was absolutely momentous. And Max saying that it's a red flag. Let me check the Discord. But Max has said it's a red flag. Let me check. Is that a red flag or is it not? Let me check. There's been 2 mentions, 2 Paddock chat. And yeah, I think it's a red flag. Into the wall. Yeah, I think it's a red flag. Red flag. Yeah, red flag. So red flag, everyone. Restart. But what a start. Why did Max leave? Because he got taken out. He got taken out at turn 4 in a pile-up involving Big Up Maguire, Torlin, other cars. So yeah, that's it though. That's it for Retro so far. Race has been suspended, so now you can have a chill. Oh, it's a complete restart, so everything that just happened is being reset. As Lewis go into the Shadow Realm. That's it for now though. What a huge battle for the lead. Mate, you and Techno were battling. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, was it? I think Torlent and TJ were battling, and Torlent and Techno were battling, and then TJ got the end of it. That was a huge crash there for Hazard there. Hazard, Hexy needs to retire. Yeah, it's a red flag. Red flag, Sky. Yeah, Lewis had a very up and down start there. Must say so myself. Huge carnage, huge carnage. Right, let me do some interviews then while we're waiting for the race to restart. Let me do some interviews. I'm gonna hit record. Hello, YouTube, recording. I'm gonna just quickly hit BC. And has it connected me? It should have, but it hasn't. I'll close chat for a bit. I'll let you know when I restart chat. Yeah, well, it has been really fun. It's always like this, to be fair. Can it connect? RTC. There we go. Hello.
They don't know how to take two or more cars.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
No, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out.
Wait, Julian, can we just invite you? We've just we just finished there.
Who's the host?
I don't know who's the host.
Fenny left, so I'm not too sure who the host is, but yeah. Lewis is here as
Oh
well.
my days.
What a race, man! That was, although it's been called off, the battling was mental.
It wasn't a race. That was Wreckfest.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Okay, did you invite me?
No, we're going back.
Alright, bye, YouTube recording, because
Oh, have you not left yet?
I got most of.
Just waiting for people and then we're going back.
Yeah, I got.
We've just waiting for it.
Yeah, I got.
Okay.
Yeah, was it? I got Torlent's battle with everyone, and then I got Lewis's battle with whoever it was, and I was like flicking back and forth, and I think
Hexy tried taking me out.
oh I did. Oh yeah, why did Torlent die, by the way? What happened there? He like died.
It was like last time. I was racing with TJ, I think, whatever his name is. He keeps on dive bombing me every corner, pushing me off the track. And then out of nowhere, he comes in and breaks in front of me, and then my whole front wing is gone.
Oh, he broke check you. Oh right.
Like, he dive bombs me and breaks my front wing, and then obviously then pushes me to a wall.
That is odd. That is odd.
Joe knows about a lot about that, don't you?
Oh, I know. Trust me. Anyway. I did that.
Fair though, Torlent, the top, I would like to see 5 were battling amazing.
Yeah, that top 5 battle was probably the best battle I've watched in Retro. Also, the fact that you all made it. Also, I need to. Twitch, I can see chat now. Also, I need to give a round of applause to you all because you made it. You all made it through Town 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't see that happening. Congrats, congratulations. You should all be proud of yourselves. Hang on.
One person scored turn 1, and then everyone went through, and then make me the host.
Everyone's cheering because everyone made it through Town 1, 2, and 3.
I've got the grade, so just make me host.
How the hell do I make you host?
Click on my name and then you can say
Yeah.
the thing.
It does not. It doesn't say that.
Can't make this quick though, because like we can't take forever on this.
It doesn't say that.
You press X, does it not? Okay, you just do the grid, I'll read it out.
Yeah, that.
I'm taking Fenny's spot.
Alright, 1 minute.
Yeah. All right then. I'm gonna head. I might be back in a minute though. But yeah, so yeah, chaos then here in Retro, in the final race, we've had a red flag, and after a huge battle, yeah, we've had to call a race suspension to get everything sorted out. But it's a shame that everything ended the way it did, because the race, like, the way the racing ended, it just made me think, yeah. But like the racing until then was absolutely, come on. Oh, it's not working. What? There we go. Alright, let me try it. There we go. Takes a minute or two to do it. Anyway. Well, there's been a comment on the retro broadcast from earlier on. What is it? Is it? Cool. Right. I need to mute that. Yeah, please do that racing again, because that was good. So we're loading in then, 15 seconds to go, and what could be the last red flag of retro racing is now going to end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody give it, before this race starts and before the restart happens, I just want to give a cheer and an applause to everyone in retro racing. It's been a pleasure this whole season, and I'm hoping for many more. So yeah, all good. Anyway, I love that soundboard. Anyway, we're gonna, what am I gonna do? I need to upload that reaction, because I recorded my reaction to that entire thing, by the way, so I'm gonna use that in videos. There we go. I'm gonna keep it private for now. Actually, no, just screw it. I'll just upload it now. Here we go then. 5 lights on here for retro racing again. And we are back underway. And it's a decent start from everyone. The Renos get away well. GC getting away a bit sheepish. And he's under pressure from HF on the outside. Diving to the outside and making it stick. There's a couple cars wide. And there's a big shot round for the Lotus. And he's backwards. That's Sinan and Venom. And the other Lotus, a bigger Maguire's round. Nightmare for the British-based team at turn 1. But into the Retroposter and the Skida Delago. This is where Tournament Race ended, or nearly ended abruptly last time round, but better luck this time as we head into Ferradura and Skida Delago onto the grass for James. That's going to hurt him. And now Tournant's all over the back of James, and he dives down the inside, trying to make that one stick. Also, Hexy making moves, getting past Lewis at the start as well. So the red Mercedes doing well. There's TJ Plays running wide, and now he's going to be under threat from the big dive of Lewis. But he gets switched back by Hexy, and Hexy himself nearly spins. Now one of the BMWs and the Brawn also trying to get past. That's Techno and God Chaos making moves. Also, Max is watching this battle unfold as well. 2 tenths separate the Renaults from each other. Is it going to be enough for them? Is it going to be enough to separate them? No, it's not. Kian under attack from his teammate, but nothing made of it. GC battling with HF. Smoke in the background. That could have been from a lockup. Torlin going around the outside of James, making contact, but making it work at the Curva de Sol. Lewis gets ahead of Techno, and Cameron takes the lead from his teammate. The Renaults swap positions, and Torlin loses the place to James for the second time. Also, Max is battling with Hexy and wins out. And now the Renault's battling again down the inside for Kian. He nearly spins trying to get past his teammate. No team orders down at the Renault squad. And Cameron trying to defend from Kian. Kian having none of it. Back down the inside, battling like animals here in Retro Racing. And as they head through, there's a yellow flag. Someone's round, and that will be God Chaos. God Chaos is round in the Brawn. And that is another thing to add to Brawn's bad luck this season. Here in the last round. Now the Renaults back at it. This will be a big haul of points for Renault if they can keep them. As there's battling in the background. James is looking for a move, not making it stick. Cameron looking for a move, not making it stick. GC looking for a move, getting closer, but again, not making it stick. Lewis making a move and making it stick. TJ Plays loses a place. As round all there's carnage. As GC and HF around, and they're right in the middle of one of the fastest parts of the track. GC, be careful. That is nearly a huge shunt. GC rejoins the track. 10-second penalty for HF. And GC and HF were battling for 4th and 5th, and now they're 14th and 13th. Chaos here in Retro again. And as far as I know, this shouldn't be a red flag. As Big Up Maguire also picks up a penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Interestingly enough, that will be for Delta, I reckon. As Torlin nearly into the back of James. That was close. But this VSC, if this stays out long enough for people to pit and come out ahead, then that would be great for them. Is that the video? I think it is. It is. So actually, I need to delete this one. So yeah, we head up through. We're in the full course yellow again due to more carnage, as you'd expect here in Retro. DRS enabled, green flag going. TJ Plays pits, and it's a green flag pit stop. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a couple places from that. GC also pits, and now the Lotus of Big Up Maguire trying to make up for that penalty. Hits HF and nearly hits the wall, and now he goes straight on and into the camera work nearly. That was close. The leaders scrapping again. The Renaults going at it, looking to avenge themselves in that Alpine, or that soon-to-be Alpine team. As James also behind, watching this battle unfold, waiting for something to happen between these two. As I just remembered, GC wanted me to look at his helmet earlier. I need to see. Techno has got past Hazard Chill. Hazard Chill has been passed by Techno. HF currently ahead of, currently behind Hexy. Oh, good helmet. I must say so myself. Oh, the Renaults collides! The Renaults collides! And that is going to be Flavio Briatore's worst nightmare. As TTV collides with his teammate Cameron, who pits. The Renaults fall. Now James and Torlin are battling for the lead. Techno and Hazard are battling for 4th and 5th. And Techno, oh, contact with Techno. And Hazard goes round, and he hits Exat Max. So he rejoins and hits Exat Max. Now Max rejoining and back into 9th. That was absolute carnage again. So yeah, we head through with Max then. Carnage. That's all I can say. As wide for HF, he's now back up into 7th because of all that chaos. The Renaults collide and along with Lotus make their team's day way worse. Absolute carnage. But then now we have James and Torlin battling. Let's just catch my breath there. But absolute carnage. It's time one. We have Hexy rounds. Or not. It said a yellow flag, but it might have been wrong. As we have Torlin cool. We're going to ride aboard with the Ferrari as he heads round this corner. He's trying to catch up to the car ahead of him. And we head into the next, into Ferragura. There's a couple yellow flags being dotted around, but I don't think they're actually correct, so just ignore them for now. So we head through them with Torlin, who's keeping his cool, as his name would suggest. Also, God Chaos trying to wreak havoc on HF in the second of the Benettons. Nearly locks up and hits him there. That was very close to contact. Heading now round and into the Bico de Pato. Now down around the long curve before the Junshao corner. We have a look with Torlin. Can he make a move here on lap 7 of 71? As he heads round. Looks like everything's going to go swimmingly. Yeah, so he's not made the move stick here. He's just managing the gap, managing his tyres. He's on the softs. So maybe this means that degradation is quite low of Brazil to the point where people can run the soft tyres for a sustainable distance. Kian takes the fastest lap in the aftermath of that huge race-defining crash for him and his Renault teammate, who is now making up a position here on Hexy. And Hexy loses the place. So the red Mercedes goes down. The blue and yellow Renault goes up. Torlin catching right up to James, nearly having a move into Jun Zhao. And has he got front wing damage? I think he does. Does he? He does. On that end plate, that side end plate wall is damaged, but that will give him more straight line speed for going into turn 1 with. They're separated by nothing now as Torlin takes the lead for Ferrari. Now we're locking up, and now being hit on the back by James. James gets a bit sheepish over the curb. Torlin runs wide out of turn 2, but keeps his footing, keeps it steady, but he's lost time now heading into the next corner. There's side by side between GC and TJ, but TJ looks like he just made a mistake. As Hexy's rounds, Hexy spins, and where is he going? He's coming back onto the track now. Max, as Hexy retires. That's the end of the race for Hexy. And the end of the season for Hexy. And it was good having him. He's always been good in the lower midfield. And this has probably been one of his strongest races. So that's something to build on for next season, isn't it? As Max pits. So Exam Max pits in the BMW Williams. And I reckon there could have been a bit of contact between Hexy and Max. Because Max just come over the radio saying who hit him. And the Lotus is now, the Lotus cars being the next inter-team civil war. So, big up Maguire and Synonym Venom. Looking to, are they going to swap places? It looks like it. Also, the leaders are going to swap places. Torlin still in the lead ahead of James. James, though, got very close to his rival. The Lotus is side by side into Ferragura. And Big Up Maguire takes the lead, takes 13th off of Synonym Venom. James takes the lead back from Torlin Cool. Torlin Cool down a position. And James takes it. Also, HF is now battling as he's just lost the place to Hazard Chill. So Hazard losing the place to God Chaos. No, Hazard. What am I saying? I don't know. Can't speak. Anyway. Max saying someone hit him at turn 1, not too sure. I think I saw one of the Lotuses spin out at turn 1 on that one, but TJ plays with 3-second penalty for corner cutting. He's now one of 4 drivers to have a penalty, and he retires. TJ plays, ends his season early as well. That's a shame for him. Hopefully he can build on a fresh new start next season. Torlin though, heading over the line and looking to take the lead back from James. Oh, and he makes a move. He makes a Night Owl dive bomb from Ground Effect Racing League, and he makes it stick. Great stuff by Torlin. Late on the brakes. And yeah, we talked about that in the pre-show, about Night Owl doing a similar move to that in Ground Effect Racing League in the wet on F125, but now Torlin's move is going to come to nothing because James has had him off off the road and shoved him right off the road. And he's still not giving up. They're both on the grass. Torlin ahead of James now. They were making contact again and again and again. Carnage. But yeah, they're swapping of positions as well for 4th place. God Chaos and HF battling as HF runs wide in the Brawn. That's going to invite the Benetton to make a move on the outside of Ferradura. And he hits the grass though. He takes too much speed, understeers and hits the grass, and now he gives the position back to HF to Hazard Chill. Cameron doesn't get that move done either. So Cameron stays where he is. Max picking up a penalty. Sadly, when the VSC ended, a green car spun and reversed onto the track. So green car, that will probably be one of the Benettons. So that could have been HF potentially, but I'm not too sure. But we head through with Torlin and James. James not able to get close enough for a move this time round. HF is close enough for a move though, and he makes it into turn 1. Has a chill, not letting him have it. Block passes at turn 1 and makes it stick. These two also very close. James got very close on the run into Ferradura while we were watching that battle, but nothing made of it. Sinan and Venom in the grass. First you have to finish, preferably on the tarmac, said Michael Schumacher. As James is round! James, after pursuing the lead lap after lap, with 60 laps to go of the championship, drops the car and now is under pressure from Lewis. Look at this train of cars as well, further back. Sinan and Venom's out of the session. He's crashed on the run to the line. So he's done a Paul DeResta crash. 60 laps left of retro racing in season 1. And start lap 12. Down the inside for Lewis. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. Looked like it, but no, he's not going to make that move stick. One of the Renaults back into it and into the wall for the pair of them. Techno takes Cameron into the wall. Bits and pieces fly. And that is a mess for the marshals to clean up now. Into turn 1. A switch to the inside for HF. He bumps into Hazard Chill. But Hazard Chill trying to run HF wide. HF saying, nah, nah, nah. I've won a race at Monza and I'm going to try and do a good job here at Brazil as well, mate. As into P5 for HF again. So nice that. I think he got on top of the curb there and it's left him a bit vulnerable. But not vulnerable enough for any kind of threat to be made. The two BMWs swapping places. Max and Techno swapping places. Techno having to pit. Wide for the Brawn. That's going to help his exit though. He's going to have more momentum than James is. James HF, should I say. So we head through with them. So this battle, the closest battle on track at this current stage here on lap 13 of the Brazilian Grand Prix here in retro racing. We head into turn 1. Nothing made of it yet. But I think the Renault looking for a move. Very late on the brakes for Cameron. Kian catching up to his teammate, and there's been some love lost between those two for sure. As HF goes to the inside of God Chaos and makes it stick. Someone's off. Who's that? I think that'll be. That's Techno. Techno off in the grass. Meanwhile, back up the order. We have HF taking P4 from God Chaos. And we have Cameron not being able to take 6th place off of Hazard is Chill. Look at them all. Constantina up. They nearly run into each other. Heading through the horseshoe. And now into the Bico de Paso. The Renault looking for a move but not making it stick. The Renault obviously carrying front wing damage from that crash with Techno earlier on. Techno living a sad life in 12th. And whoa, contact between Hazard and Cameron, and that's back to Cameron into his teammate, and his teammate has some unfinished business with Cameron. So Cameron and Kian are going to go at it again, but with a bit of Hazard involved as well. So down the inside for Hazard, or down the inside for Cameron on Hazard. is a move made. Hazard takes to the runoff on turn 2, keeping the position. And heading down the straight there, 3 wide. Be careful, as there's a move further up ahead with the Brawn and the Benetton, but no move is made. No positions are changed, but the Renaults now right up against each other. This is Cameron ahead of Kian this time, and Kian hits the grass. He spins nearly, and now he has a bit more work to do now. This battle for 4th is raging. But yeah, Kian catching up to his teammate. He's now got a recatch to him as he's lost the car a little bit. We have the Renault of Cameron trying to catch up to Hazard as Chill. Hazard himself is trying to stay with the Brawn of God Chaos. And also Kian's trying to catch back up to his teammate to finish that battle that was ended a couple of laps ago. But Cameron's going to make that a bit harder because he's going to put a car in between him and his teammate. And he's going to try and put 2. He runs the Brawn off wide. Real aggression by Cameron. Cameron taking no prisoners today, as the Brawn also coming off worse. Now Kian Wright's involved in this scrap as well. Cameron coming through with authority in that number 13 Renault. Never seen anything like it. I knew he was going for the move. I didn't know that he was going to nearly send God Chaos into the paddock, into the turn 1 camera area. As now round 4, God Chaos. He locks the rears, and now he gives Kian Wright's front wing another whack to add to the 2 whacks that he's had in the race already. Absolute carnage. So we head around into Junshao. Junshao with Hazard, but also the Renault of Cameron now catching up to HF. And if we've learned anything from Cameron in this race, he will not take any prisoners. He will go for a move if there's even half a chance of it being there. And even if it's ludicrous, he'll go for it anyway. Is he going to do the same thing? Yes, he is. He goes to the inside, makes a bit of contact with HF, but HF goes wide, and now he's got Hazard on his case. Now Hazard has Kian on his case. So a Constantina effect. 3 wide at turn 3, and round for HF again. HF is round at the same straight again. And now Hazard, I think he had to take to the grass there. I don't think, yeah, there is front wing damage now for HF. The side plate has gone. So Hazard, no, HF spinning again at that section. As Big Up Maguire confirming, oh, and round for God Chaos in the Brawn. And he cuts the grass, he just about avoids hitting into Hazard's Chill. That was scary stuff, I must say so myself. Now HF's going to be back to try and catch back up to that train. He went from 4th to 8th in that battle. GC's also catching up in that lovely little helmet. The Renaults now back up into 4th and 5th, but luckily nowhere near each other, so they can't crash into each other for a second time. As we have into the pits for HF after that second spin. HF gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. Not the best end to his season here in Retro. Also, Big Up Maguire, the man in 11th, has just asked his engineer about a weather report. And his engineer came back to him and said that there could be rain in 10 minutes. So that could change up every strategy here today. Obviously, the drivers will probably know more than I do because they have engineers. There's a car round, and it is Lewis who's gone round. He was ahead of Cameron by 17 seconds. That's going to shrink now to probably just over 10 seconds off of what I'm assuming. Kian, though, still right up near his teammate. This is the second this is one of the closest battles on track, as well as this battle with God Chaos and Hazardous Chill, but it's not as close as this battle with Kian and Cameron. ETA 15 minutes, says Maguire's radio, so the rain may come down in 15 minutes, so that could be lap 27 potential. No, not 27. Lap, hang on, maths, bear with. lap 32-ish, I'd say. Lap 32-ish could be the rain lap. The time to pit onto the wet tyres. I'm not too sure though. But we head through them. Kian Wright and Cameron heading into Ferradura. These two look like they're going to be in a round 2 or round 3 in a way, because they battled before the red flag came out, and then they battled until they crashed earlier on, and now they're back battling again. Not for the lead this time though, it's only for 4th, but it's better than nothing. As we have Tolan leading by a long shot. Someone's round, and it's Hazard taking the inside line through the Bico to Pato. It's not ideal, as he's now lost the place to the Brawn of God Chaos. TTV now trying to catch up to Cameron. Cameron though, although he's losing time, he has got enough of a gap. Oh, he's ran wide though. Cameron runs wide, and as we can see, the Renaults swap places. That front wing damage hurting Cameron, and Cameron losing the place to Kian. We see the number 13 Renault fly by us down the straight into the Retroposta and the Cedo del Lago. 4 tenths separating the Renault boys. Under that now, HF swaps places with Techno. Techno though, not going to let him go that easy. Looking to the inside, not making it stick. Techno to the inside, he makes a dive and spins nearly. The 37 car hits the, oh that's a voice crack, hits the Benetton, and the Benetton has to bail at turn 2. Here we go again with the Renaults. Yet another battle on our hands in that first sector. We head through. Looks like Kian's just kind of managing his ERS, managing everything up until turn 4, I reckon. I think that's his plan of attack. He's going to wait till turn 4 to make a move on... Oh no, this is Cameron. So Cameron trying to make a move on Kian. Kian's pulling away from him slightly out the corners, but I think Cameron, with that damage from wing, he's now got essentially a lower downforce setup. Now Hazard's Chill has got ahead of God Chaos. And now GC looking to make a move, and he's a lot closer. There's a car round, and no, it's HF. Okay, I thought that was James there, but no, it's HF. Meanwhile, side by side, nearly contact between GC and God Chaos. God Chaos ahead of GC. GC looking for a move, not making a mistake. Tolan pits. So the first pit stop of the race has been made by Tolan. Well, the first pit stop that could be strategy has been made. So it's by Tolan. And Tolan looking like he's gonna try and trigger maybe an undercut on James. So as Tolan drops positions in the pit stop run. Also TTV pits as well, so Kian pitting, trying to copy the strategy of Tolan maybe. As it looks like the Brawn of God Chaos catching up to Hazard's Chill. They head into turn 1. He makes a educated dive bomb and makes it stick. Nicely done under braking by Hazard, by God Chaos, should I say. But God Chaos, is he gonna lose the place under DRS? He's been threatened, and no, he's not been threatened. He's thwarted it. He's now staying in 5th place. Hazard is now gonna have to watch out for the Jordan, but the Jordan holding his own, heading through Ferradura into the Horseshoe. That's debris being flung, contact between the Brawn and the Jordan, and they both go off on the exit of the Horseshoe. They lock wheels and head off down the grass, and GC says thank you very much, I'm going to take those positions and enjoy a bit of 5th place. And he's going to enjoy it for a while, it looks like. TTV and Maguire also very close together. And Maguire goes off and spins. Nicely done there. He recovered it quite well. Max here on those hard tyres, taking them long. Tolan in 2nd. Miss Lewis coming out the pits. GC's going to get ahead of him. God Chaos. Max doesn't pit yet. Hazard Shield does pit with Lewis, and I think the Brawn there just nearly got a bit out of shape. That's round for James, but he saves it like Superman. Wow, that was that. Well, I'm speechless. Anyway, is James gonna pit now? Yeah, he's got to pit now because those tires are gonna be shod. But does that little slide hurt his undercut attempt? Let's ride on board with. Also, it's gonna be quite tight further back. It's gonna be tight between Hazard and Techno. Techno doesn't come out ahead of him. We're going to watch Lewis and GC battle. GC's going to lose 4th place to Lewis. Lewis on those fresher tyres. Meanwhile, the leaders, let's ride on board with Torlin. The green dot on the minimap is James, and he's just coming on that white line onto the black line, and you'll see him come out ahead now. James, the undercut attempt hasn't worked. The overcut attempt has worked. Meanwhile, the other Benetton making up places. He's going up into 11th ahead of Techno, but Techno says no thank you. God Chaos pits. That'll put him down the order momentarily. GC and Lewis also swapping places as well, heading into the Retroposter. We have Techno and HF side by side. HF taking to the runoff to avoid contact with Techno. Techno though staying ahead, staying behind. He makes a dive and he hits into HF, and that was awful, and I think Techno knows that, as that was a huge wipeout on Techno's part, and that has completely ruined HF's tyres. As Techno stopped, he's stunned by what he's just done. Also, the leaders are getting very close to each other as well. Torlin fakes a move, forces James into a lockup. That could set up the move heading down into the Retroposter as Techno gets out of the way under blue flags. Half a second separates the leaders, but that half a second is enough for James to keep his lead, even though he was forced into a lockup there by Torlin sneaking on the inside. But what a race it's been so far then, here in Retro. A race among a season of brilliant races. As yeah, just to remind you all as well, at the end of this one, I'm going to be hosting a little after party recording to put onto YouTube to kind of commemorate the season. So it's going to be a little interview party conference thing. Going to interview a lot of yous and then hear some of your thoughts on the season, and we can all have some joy at the end of this season. So yeah. Also, some of you may be thinking, Phoenix, he retired earlier on before the red flag, but why hasn't he come back? Probably just because he's already won the championship, and there's nothing else to be done, to be honest. The other Ferrari of Torlin is bringing in the haul of points that Ferrari need for the constructors anyway. Fastest first sector already won the entire race for Torlin here on lap 25. He's catching up to James, just not being able to make a move yet. But he is on fresher tyres than James. No, he's on hotter tyres than James, should I say. James is on fresher tyres, but on colder tyres. But Torlin on the hards, trying to make a move on James on the softs. Torlin goes for the move on the Becco to Pato, and he makes it stick somehow. James lets that happen. I'm surprised. Is that DRS hunting? I reckon it is, but a brilliant move by Torlin. But I have a feeling James was a bit lenient there, because now he's going to get to the DRS line, open his rear winglet, and now have the straight line speed to go after Torlin. But is Torlin going to just be lenient with James? Because now the DRS will go to Torlin. And Torlin nearly goes round. He does go round. And he would have had DRS, but even if he did have DRS, it wouldn't have mattered now, as he's just lost all that progress that he just made. Cameron pits. Now, let's see if the Redos are going to swap places then. So, has the undercut for Kian worked, or has the overcut for Cameron worked? This is like Baku 2018 between the two Red Bulls. Oh, it's easily worked for Kian. Kian gets ahead of his teammate by a long shot. Yellow flag in the retro poster. Looks like there might have been a moment for Techno, probably letting someone by. People in the pits, there's the safety car who tried to qualify in Q2, hilariously. As it has done a couple times this season. Round for someone's gone round, who's that? That's Tolan! Tolan, the man in second, spins again on those hard tyres. Pushing on tyres that aren't meant to be pushed, it looks like. So maybe Tolan needs to be a bit more conservative because he's struggling with grip. If he just conserves a bit, maybe he can wait and just stay in that pit stop gap for James for later on in the race. Because especially if that rain's going to come down later on, according to Maguire's engineer. Meanwhile, Hazard, Cameron, and God Chaos in this battle. So Chaos trying to catch up to Chill, but he's got to look in his rear mirror because Cameron looking for a move, and also Cameron doesn't have to worry about DRS hunting because there's a car in front of them within a second, so they're both just going to race old school. And they're going to go side by side over the line, and Cameron takes 7th back from God Chaos. But God Chaos doesn't let that happen easily. He repays the blow from Cameron earlier, but Cameron goes right around the outside, off of the track, it has to be said, and takes the position back. I would be surprised if that's not an illegal overtake. But it looks like it is not an illegal overtake. I am surprised about that one. As Max saying rain in 5 minutes. So rain on lap 32, as I said, potentially. I think that's when it's going to start, but I think pitting for wet tyres, or pitting for intermediate tyres, should I say, that should happen at around lap 35, I'd say, depending on how mad the rain comes. But we have everyone doing what they do best here in Retro, and that is racing in the most entertaining way possible. GC puts the fastest lap of the race in. Cameron puts a decent move for 6th place in and takes it off of Hazard, but Hazard using the inside of turn 2, looking to make a move heading into turn 4 to the outside. Oh, and contact it looks like between the Renault and the Jordan, or the McLaren should I say, but nothing made of it. I think, yeah, Cameron does stay ahead. Meanwhile, Lewis is battling Tolan. The Ferrari versus the McLaren. The yellow McLaren versus the red and white Ferrari. And the red and white Ferrari is going to lose a place, it looks like, too. The man on the softs and the man overshooting the corner. And Lewis ends up in... well, he ends up in Argentina by the time he stops the car. And now that means Tolan has pulled a big old second over Lewis. We head into the first corner yet again. Hazard Chill is closing to Cameron, trying to make a move, but nothing made of it yet. But Hazard gets a pretty good exit at turn 2, and now he's going to have the momentum and the DRS and potentially the ERS to make the move on the inside of Cameron. Cameron shoved off wide by Hazard, but Cameron isn't faced by it and goes right around the outside. Great stuff. He ricochets his way around the outside, takes the position back from, from Hazard. Meanwhile, Lewis back on the move, trying for the second time to make a move, and Tolan drifts like an absolute boss. Wow. As that is the Thrash of Rain. I don't know if I'm Delulu, but yeah, that's rain. Rain is coming down here on lap 30. So this is going to be crunch time. Tolan just put the hard tyres on. I want to say that's a mistake, because he's going to have to pit onto some intermediate tyres. If he had pit onto the softs or even the mediums, he might have had more grip to fight with James and with Lewis. So that'll be time lost that Torrent will kick himself over. Meanwhile, GC is trying to catch up to the Renault of Kian Wright. Kian, who battled so valiantly in Monza, now trying to battle as valiantly here in Sao Paulo. Although he got held back by his own teammate earlier on, he's coming back quite well. He's in P4 at the moment and in prime position to capitalise. So we have 40 laps to go. 40 laps are left of this season here of Retro Racing. As the side-by-side up ahead for the lead of the race, that's Torrent and Lewis battling again. Torrent ahead of Lewis, but Lewis looks like he's not going to let him have it for long. Is he going to be able to close up? He's closing. He's closing. He's not making the move. Oh, he is making the move. I doubted him, and I shouldn't have. Big move and a big place made by Torrent. Techno in the pits. Meanwhile, GC ahead of Kian Wright. I think those two just swap places as well. Also, Cameron trying to defend from Hazard. What tyres did Techno go? I'll put the tyre graphic up in a minute, because that'll be important. I'll keep it on these two. The stick drift. There we go. Right, so that's the tyre graphic. So Techno pits onto some new hard tyres. So he hasn't put on the wets yet. So I think Techno's made a wrong move on strategy there, as Maguire causing a yellow flag. It looks like he made a mistake on the exit of the Senna S. Side by side for the lead, for the second place. And Torrent keeps second ahead of Lewis. Torrent driving valiantly on those hard tyres to keep second place from Lewis on those soft tyres. I reckon Lewis's soft tyres should be dying off soon. As down the inside, move not going to be made there. Torrent shuts the door and locks it. As heading around, Kian trying to get past GC. Kian was P4 earlier. He's dropped back to P5. GC harvests energy. GC harvests energy. But nothing made of anything here. Looks like Kian's keeping the place. Bit of debris kicked up from these two over the curb as they head through into the horseshoe. Kian still trying to make a move. Lap 33 of 71 here in Brazil in the last round of Retro Racing. We're going to cut back to Lewis and Torrent. They're going to head... Oh, Lewis in the pits. Let's see what Lewis does. Is this the gamble onto the intermediates? I think it is. I think this is the gamble onto the intermediates. We're going to watch the battle with Kian, and we're going to also keep an eye on that tyre graphic. It is the inters. Lewis goes onto the inters. Keep an eye on Lewis's pace, because Lewis has done the Jensen button. He's gone early for the intermediates. Kian takes what would have been 4th place, is now 3rd place. Depending on where Lewis comes out, I think Lewis will come out behind these two. So Kian up into the podium positions yet again, but for how much longer? As to the inside goes GC, and GC ushers Kian off wide. Kian though keeps the momentum like Cameron did earlier on to just go round the outside. That gives him the inside for Ferragura, and now GC has to settle down in 4th place for a bit longer. Lewis catching up to these two though on the intermediates. We'll keep an eye on his pace heading round the lap. The Bennettons quite close to each other, but in very different places, it has to be said. Techno also gambles for the intermediates. There's a whole massive range of tyres here. It's fascinating to watch. It's like the rainbow tyres bar the wets. This reminds me of 2018 when they had like 7 different tyre colours and 7 different tyre compounds as well. Jack Hudd saying might as well not turn up at this point. Yeah, but we're heading to turn 1. GC and TTV heading out of the Curva de Sol. There's Techno in between Maguire. Is that Techno? That is, yeah. Techno in between Maguire and HF, who's HF struggling on the dries. Techno goes to unlap himself on HF. HF doesn't let it happen. Techno gets a penalty for ignoring blue flags. He needs to move out of the way of big up Maguire. Oh, and he nearly causes a crash with Maguire. Maguire having to keep his wits up about him. That was, again, another moment where Techno's just being a bit out of line there. GC trying to stay with TTV. Doing so as Kian nearly spins. That's going to help GC catch right up to the Renault. There's the Renault now coming through the section where he crashed earlier on, and now he dives to the pits for the wets. So, and there's a yellow flag. That is HF, who looks like he's made a mistake, heading out of the Cedar del Lago, and now Techno's made a mistake on the intermediates. Interesting. So I don't know if that's just Techno making a mistake just because he's being Techno, or if that's a sign of maybe that was too early. Not too sure, but Kian pits onto the intermediates, so he is the third driver to be on the intermediates in this race. There's a car coming towards the line. We're going to watch them as they come towards the line because there's no battles happening. Max stays out. He doesn't pit for the wets yet. HF. Oh, there's God Chaos. There's HF nearly spinning. We have James coming to the line, staying out. We have HF coming to the line. James's Benetton teammate. And the Benettons have one driver coming into the pits for what I presume is intermediate tyres. Torlent doesn't come in to the pits either. What does GC do? GC rattle in the curbs. Now, GC's in a different situation. I think he has to pit now because he's been threatened with an undercut by Kian Wright in that battle. I think just pit now. And GC thinks the same thing. So GC pits. I reckon that will be for the intermediates. Cameron goes into turn 1, stays out. We have Hazardous Chill staying out. We have I think Cameron stayed out as well, so Cameron's still on the dries. Let's watch Kian Wright. How close is this battle going to be out the pit lane? Watch for the white dot that's just going near to that yellow arrow on the minimap. That's going to be where these two are. We're on board with the blue and yellow car. And I think Kian's going to come out just ahead of GC. Yes, he is. It's tight, but it's done. Kian Wright ahead of GC by undercut, essentially, as the leader pits. James pits onto what I presume will be intermediate tyres. Max saying that it's only going to be light rain for 20 minutes. But 20 minutes, I think that'll be most of the race done then. So I reckon they'll just have to, they'll have to stay out on the intermediates unless someone risks it and goes for the tries. Torlent stays out. So Torlent thinks it's too early for the tries. Lewis is catching up though every minute that Torlent stays out and struggles on those hard tyres in this transition period in the weather. Oh, contact! Kian and GC battling at Junsao. GC is sent to the grass, and I very much know how it's like to be sent to the inside grass, because me and Kian will know that I've had an incident with Ashley Curtis where I got flung in a similar way to GC in Green Army in F2 way back when. But yeah, so Kian kind of reliving the AJC dream from Green Army, F2 and Formula Asphalt and all those other leagues. Closest battle on track right now is the battle for the lead, but Torlent's gonna have to pit now. Surely he's on hard tyres in the rain. Let's see, he stays out again. So I don't know what Torlent's planning here, but he's staying out lap after lap, seeing if he can maybe have an advantage over James, but he's on much more worn tyres as well. Look, he's struggling even through turn 1 and 2. This could be the wrong call. I think it's the wrong call, and I don't know if Torlent is realising that this is the wrong call as well, as now James is going to go through. Oh, contact! Torlent moves over and he gets hit by James. James rear ends Tolan over and over again, but Tolan stays ahead. And he's drifting around the Cedar del Lago. That is dancing on ice for Tolan right now. Meanwhile, God Chaos and Max battling. Max on the dries gets overtaken by God Chaos. That's another sign to say that the dry tyres are the wrong tyre to be on. Max struggling on the mediums. Tolan struggling on the hards. I was about to say Techno struggling on the inters, but I mean he is, but he kind of isn't as well. We head into Junshao with the leader. But the leader is on dries. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars on the intermediates. Max pits, and James is sent to the wall by Tolan. That's going to be controversial, I have to say myself. As Max comes out the pits, this means he'll get lapped by Tolan and then lapped by James potentially as well. Let's see, Max is coming out the pits now. He's going to come out, yeah, he's going to come out behind James, and he nearly hits the wall there. There's a spinner for one of the white cars, that's GC. GC's round at the Bico Tapato, and that's even on the inters. So how hard is it to drive on those dry tyres? I suspect it's going to be hugely difficult. It's only light rain for 20 minutes, so I don't know if Tolan's just trying to hang it out on the dries to see if maybe he can like not have to pit near the end of the race. I'm not too sure. That's Terrier asking if we get paid for this. I don't. I wish I did. Anyway, as down the inside, James looking for a move, not making it stick. Hazard pits onto the intermediates. He's now left Tolan, the only man on the hards. Cameron, the only man on the mediums. Big up Maguire, the only man on the softs. James, the leading man on the intermediates. And where is he gone? He's in the wall! James in the wall! And now, who's that behind him? Tolan's in the wall now! And he reverses into James! James in the wall! Carnage up at the front! The leaders scrap like they're in the UFC! And Tolan now pits! James now has a broken front wing! And now Lewis is going to catch up to this battle, and Cameron. There's debris on the outside of that corner as well. Carnage for these lot. As down the inside, Cameron takes second from Lewis. James looks like he's just about hanging out on those intermediate tyres with that front wing. Tolan being very aggressive. It's down the inside for Lewis. He takes second place back from Lewis. No, but Cameron there looking on the outside, making contact. They both go off the track in their own ways. Meanwhile, James side by side. As there's HF round. HF. And cut to him. There he is. HF is round. Carnage for him. Meanwhile, there's a couple cars lining up here. Off wide for one of the Lotus cars. That's Big Up Maguire. The only Lotus left in the race. As we head into the Junshao corner, there's a battle, is there? There is Kian and GC. Max gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, that's going to hurt his race. As Kian goes off into the grass, it looks like he was trying to make a move on GC, but it didn't work out. Lewis now trying to make a move on Kian's teammate. DRS is disabled to the outside. Not making the move stick as someone's off. That will be Kian again off on the entry to Junshao. And now GC is going to be right on the back of him. So GC looking to make a move on TTV. Lewis looking to make a move on Cameron. Cameron loses second place momentarily, but he's coming back on the inside of the Cedar del Lago. He's got to watch that curb. He misses the curb. He does hit Lewis, but they don't come off any worse. And now Cameron takes back second place with authority. Nice battling here. Meanwhile, further back, we have GC trying to battle with Kian. Kian did get overtaken by the McLaren. Is it McLaren? Yeah, yellow McLaren. Max gets a penalty for track limits. That's a shame for him. I don't know if he'll be able to get those penalties taken off either. We'll have to update you on that. I reckon he can, but it's just a matter of how bad they are. Someone's around. That is one of the Benettons. It's not James. It's HF, who's crawling, and he's that was Torlin hitting HF off on the exit of the Bico to Pato, and now Cameron pits again. Cameron was on the mediums the entire time, and now Cameron pits again. He gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Also, Maguire in the pits behind him. Max overtakes. Max is the only man on the mediums now. Yep, he's the only man on the mediums. I was waiting to see if there was going to be a change onto the mediums for Maguire, but nope, Maguire on the inters as well. Max saying the AI sped, so I reckon he could get that penalty taken off then. As round for one of the... That was the Benetton of HF. I thought that was James again, but it's not. It's HF in the pool of green on the outside of the Curva de Sol. And there's a car right in the middle of the track as HF crashes again. That's not Techno. Who is that? Someone's going on. I think that's Max. It is. It's Max on the inside of Ferragura. He sends God Chaos wide. No, he doesn't. He sends Kian off wide. Now he's got one of the Brawns going down the inside of him. Chaos here. As now we look back to HF, who's just being lapped by someone. I think that's the Brawn of God Chaos. Max here trying to salvage something of this race. HF off again, on this time at Ferragura, and he's parked in a pretty scary location, but he's got no one to worry about. As GC gets a penalty for track limits, the closest battle on track between Hazard. Oh, and Max nearly crashing it out of the race here. So Max giving Kian a bit of a slipstream there, as into the wall for Max in the pit lane. I don't know if you saw that. Max hitting the wall in the pit entry. It got covered up by the graphic a little bit, but I think Max is pitting again, this time for the inters. So I think Max has been under AI control, and that's been probably why he's pit so many times. I think he's not pit that many times, but he's pit twice. Both all onto dries. Now he switches onto the wets, and I reckon they're gonna have to hang it out onto the wets for the rest of the race. Yeah, the race ruined by AI. That's a shame. ChatGPT not doing exact Max a favour there. The Green Army F2 champion has come to Retro Racing with a great record as HF off again, this time at turn 1 this time. It's like, where's Wally trying to find this guy? And meanwhile, his teammate's going to come up to lap him soon. I'm not too sure why HF is stopped for that long, but you'll see his teammate come through there. This is James trying to hold off Lewis. Lewis, who was involved in a couple crashes earlier on, has now caught up. Yeah, he's shined a couple times this season, so I think this might just be like Zandvoort, just another bogey race to eliminate what has been a great season. HF finally retires from the session, and now his car is right in the way at Ferragura. That's a close call for those two. And they head into the horseshoe here on lap 44. But yeah, carnage for everyone here, I must say so myself. As Kian and Hazard swap places. The leaders also very close to swapping places as well. Kian with reliability issues. He's left the session, and now Hazard is going to be right on his tail. I'm going to watch the battle between the leaders, and then I'll invite him back. But reliability issues for Kian, letting his race down a little bit. Into turn 1, no change for the lead. Big up Maguire catching up to this battle, although he's a lap down. Oh no, I can't invite him back because my... Oh no, I can. Right, so Keen's been invited back. So, we end turn 1. Maguire. As God Chaos goes through the polystyrene board and nearly has a huge shunt on the run out of Jin Xiao and the run to the start finish line. The leader's getting very close. Especially in the second sector, they always seem to be very close, and then when they get to the straight, they seem to part. Looks like Lewis is struggling in this last sector, especially on the exit of the Bico de Paco. The Bico de Pato. He's struggling on the exit. As round for Torrent. Torrent slow at the Bico de Pato. Not too sure what happened there, but that could have been something to do with Cameron. Side by side between Hazard and Kian. Kian gets passed by Hazard. Torrent off again. He's slow. That's a shame. But yeah, look, it's happened again, look. Lewis and James, they were half a second in the second sector in terms of the gap, but they come onto the straights and James pulls away, so I reckon there's a high downforce setup for whoa, contact and Torrent in the wall. Huge shunt. He keeps the car out of trouble, but could have been a huge shunt. That was at high speed as well. That was heart in the mouth stuff for Torrent. Yeah, as I was saying, these two, they catch up into the second sector. So yeah, I think a lower downforce setup is being run by James compared to Lewis. I reckon Lewis will have to make his move here at the Bico de Pato. He doesn't make it yet, but maybe here or maybe at the Junshao corner. Now that's a really bad exit for James. Can Lewis do anything to make a move on the Benetton? No, we can't. The McLaren stays behind. As something's happened with Torrent. He's got a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. And he is really not having a good day of it. Especially when this rain has come. But we head into turn 1 and 2 again. I think Torrent's cutting grass. Yeah, Torrent's off again. We'll cut to him a minute. And Torrent here, the Brawn of God Chaos nearly hits him. That was close. We now have the Renault. The next one to catch up to. Here and Kian hits the wall and hits into Torrent. And now the AI stopped. Kian's under AI. He stops. He's not able to do anything. That is a bit rotten from Torrent. I must say so myself. The leaders, again, very close to each other. Torrent with another penalty. And he's taken Max out. Max is out. Torrent has taken Max out. That's a bit uncalled for. Not too sure what's happened there. But Torrent has killed Max. I don't know if Max can leave his car. I'm trying to see what's happened to Max. Torrent has left the session. Torrent stopped on the track, causing chaos. And yeah, look, you see, I think that's Torrent's car. Max is out, so that's... I didn't even see it, I just saw 2 cars on the mini-map, mate. But yeah, he was stopped on track at the Bico de Pato, then I cut away from him. And then he's killed you. He's killed Max, should I say. That's a shame. So, yeah. Might have to ask what Torrent was doing there. I'll ask him at the end of this race, but... Yeah, the winner from Monaco, causing chaos. So yeah, everyone pits now onto some fresh intermediates for the end of this full course yellow. I don't think it's a safety car. Or is it? Oh, is it a safety car? Is it full safety car or virtual? We'll find out. It's a full safety car. So a full safety car deployed. Surely he can't let this happen. I don't know if that should be... I think that should be a red flag, personally. Hazard is chill going on the mediums. And in the wall, straight away. That's an instant regret moment for Hazard. But yeah, I reckon that should be a... Torrent gave the steering wheel to his brother, and his brother has caused chaos. Similar to Techno in Green Army, causing chaos when he handed his controller to his brother. That's a shame. That is a shame. So, no, it doesn't look like there'll be a red flag then. Yeah. Wow. What a race it's been. in a season of races that I'm gonna remember for a while. Yeah, he's mod now. Maguire saying that he could pass the safety car. I reckon you could if you didn't get disqualified. Oh no, if you didn't get a penalty. Oh, I just nearly knocked my speaker over. Well, we're under another safety car. Race has gone terrible. Yeah, it's gone terrible purely because of the rain, to be honest. I think the rain's caused a lot of chaos. The racing at the start was really good, but then we're ignoring pens, right? I think we are, depending on what the penalties are for. So yeah. Wow. Torlin handing his controller to his brother, that's a bit awkward. But yeah. As Kian's in the chat, he's saying that he wants to cry. Let it out, mate. Just let it out. Soundboard use is crazy. Yeah, I've recently set it up, so I'm kind of overusing it at any chance. Yeah, Torlin handed the controller to his brother, Techno. So that's what the chaos was about. I can't turn, help. Hazard saying that you can't turn. Well, maybe if you pause the game and sort yourself out, maybe. That might be the safest thing. Nah, he lying. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. My steering wheel just switched fully off because I think it overheated. Kian, that's a shame. You've still got a minute or two in this race, so I don't know if maybe you can join back or not, but I've sent you the invite, so if you can, try, but if you can't, then that's a shame. Lewis saying that he actually loves this track. I can tell you're leading, considering you joined late to the season. Yeah, you've had a very good season, Max. I have to say so myself. Especially as a late entry, you're one of the standout ones, especially. I'm not just saying that just because I'm your friend, by the way, as well. Like, compared to other people here, Max has made a very good impact on this league in terms of results-wise, and also being a man who's fielded 3 seats at once, fielding 3 BMW seats for the BMW Williams team. Hazard gets a penalty for a collision with Kian. Not too sure what that's about. Didn't really see, I was looking at chat. I'm gonna do work for a new BMW livery for next season. Cool. So yeah, we're just under safety car. It should be in soon, as what on earth's happened here? I think that's Hazard. There's been a bit of a bunch up here. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, mental. I'll say so myself. Right. No one's in chat, are they? Oh no, I'll reveal to, yeah, okay. Yeah, reveal the livery to me, and then I can work with you on the not so secret liveries, yeah. The liveries that are secret for the Marussia. So yeah. I mean parachute, should I say. Anyway. Safety car still not in yet. Whoa, there's been carnage. Hazard and one of the Renaults has just gone out. There has been carnage. That is Hazard and Kian. Well, luckily Kian's AI, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to join back now. But yeah, I was looking at chat and then I just saw that on the stream, on the playback. Chaos. Even under the safety car. So now we're down to 9 drivers with 20 laps left of Retro Racing Season 1. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, oh yeah, you're P3 in the queue. I think as long as if you just go wide at turn 1, you should be fine. Oh, who left the broadcast safety car on? Who did it? Who did it? Who done it? Who done it? Anyway. For context, to people who don't normally play the F1 game, the broadcast safety car, we kind of don't like it because it's a bit inconvenient. Like, especially because the drivers are sat on the same camera we are, so they kind of just sat waiting for the safety car to end, and they're not able to drive or warm the tyres up or anything. Lewis saying he needs a bit of a lavatory. Maguire saying that he loves the broadcast. Yeah. That's good. Speaking of broadcast, I'm gonna do a broadcast of my own at the end of the race to, I don't know, invite people to chat. Also go over some things that I need to mention about the radio thing. I'm just gonna do a big recording for the end of Retro Racing. So we're on board with Miss Lewis to end the safety car. We will get back to green flag running. There are 18 laps of Retro Racing to be had in Season 1. And it's a really poor start for the... Oh, that's the lapped car. Also, there's battling with Techno, who's trying to unlap himself. There's 3 wide. The Renault of Cameron makes contact with God Chaos. God Chaos runs wide in the Brawn. And now nearly spins at the Cover de Sol over the curbing. And now, I think Cameron giving that position back, because he knew how messy that was. Good bit of sportsmanship there, I must say so myself. Is running wide for GC. But as they head up Ferradura, and Kian, that was the worst timing. His AI DNF just as he got his wheel working again. Meanwhile, we have GC and James battling for second place. James has been battling up front all race long, even if it was before the red flag or after it. In the dry or in the rain, in the sunshine or in the cloudiness. It has been a flawless drive by James, but he's now having to defend from GC, who himself has drove a great race, sticking it to the Renaults and the Benettons. The Renault and the Brawn run each other off the track, and now that means Maguire's going to unlap himself on the Renault of Cameron, who again making another messy move here in the wet. Lap 55 of 71. James and Lewis and GC all separated within 2 seconds of each other. Also God Chaos and Cameron. Chaos goes wide. And now side by side with GC and James, but no move made here in the rain at Brazil. Side by side with Cameron and Chaos. There has been a move made, and it's by the number 13 Renault. GC catching up to James into Ferradura. This is where Lewis Hamilton crashed in qualifying in 2017. And now 8 years later, we have this Retro Racing going at it. And into the Horseshoe, and then into the Bico de Pato. Nothing made there. GC keeping the car straight. He goes over the inside grass there. That's how much he's struggling for control over that car in that third sector. Lewis holding his own out in front. He could take a momentous first win in Retro Racing in the last race of the inaugural season. The man who was very competitive in the Retro Le Mans series in the LMP2 class, now having to defend from James. These two, James and Lewis, who are both in Green Army F1 as well, battling here in Retro Racing. Techno with a 3-second penalty for corner cutting and for just multiple warnings in general, but he's in P6, so he shouldn't be under any threat of losing that much. As Techno saying that he hasn't got blue, as Maguire saying that he hasn't got blue flags. For me, it's saying that you're behind Techno, but I'm not too sure. Oh no, wait. Oh no, maybe he does have blue flags, but he's just ignoring them. He's got a 13-second penalty, yeah, he does, so depending on if he gets them taken off though is another question. GC nearly hitting the grass on the entry of the Bico to Pato, but just missing it, and now has a lot of momentum heading into Jun Xiao to maybe make a move. The conditions here replicate that of the Ground Effect Racing League finale, and there were some serious moves made, especially from the Hat of Night Owl and the Sauber of Razagamer. But we don't have Hat and Sauber, we have Benetton, McLaren and Jordan, and it's going to be Benetton versus Jordan into Turn 1, but nothing made of it as they head round the Senna S for the 57th time in the race after the red flag. And they now head into the Retroposta. Nothing made yet. There's running wide for Lewis. Lewis under pressure from James. James, though, in turn. James playing the hunter and the hunted at the moment. And he's having to go on the hunted side as GC's right on his tail. And running wide is James. He got offline. He had a bit of a swapper there heading into the horseshoe, but he's just about kept the car straight. I'm surprised that GC isn't going for a lunge at the Bico to Pato, which is this corner, the corner before this sweeper. I'm surprised he isn't going for a move and trying to catch James off guard. He's looking for a move, but he's backing out of it. Maybe he's just playing it safe. Also, to viewers who don't play the F1 game, just don't ignore that it says safety car. It's not a safety car, obviously. But the Benetton, with a lot of straight line speed now, going to the inside of Lewis. And is he going to take the lead from Lewis? Yes, he is. Good move by James, who gets the move on Lewis. And Lewis now loses the lead in the number 25 McLaren. The Jordan also watching to capitalise as well. Lewis getting hairy over the curb and now losing second place as well. Nightmare lap for Lewis so far. Lewis to the inside, trying to fight with GC, making a lunge to the inside, nearly colliding. I know how deadly that curb is, especially in the wet. And Lewis nearly hits it, but he's just staying, just staying behind for the moment, not crashing. We have GC catching to James. Is he going to make a move into the Bico to Pato? James is leaving room on the inside for that move to be made, so I'm surprised he isn't going for a move on the inside, trying to force James to go wide on the outside, because then GC can take the lead. But actually, maybe he's thinking, no, because DRS is disabled, so I think a move in that middle sector is the best bet for GC, especially because James has a lot of straight line speed. He has lower wings than these two, and he's proved it time and again. He's proving it right now. He's just taking off on the straights. GC has to capitalise in the second sector, whether it's the horseshoe or the Bico to Pato or Jun Xiao. He needs to make a lunge in that section in order for a move to be possible. Because even if he doesn't get ahead of James, he'll be able to at least make James closer to him for that straight to maybe pick up a slipstream. Also, while this is happening, Cameron's catching up to Lewis. Lewis has dropped back, and now these two are 3/10 away from each other. And it's going to go down to the wire. Lap 60. And a move is made! GC makes the move at the horseshoe and takes the lead at 10 o'clock UK time. Lap 59 in the Brazilian Grand Prix here in Retro Racing. The lead has swapped in GC's favour. Incredible. Into Jun Xiao. We could rename it to GC Xiao, as that was a great move. Opportunistic. Basically just followed the advice of what I said earlier. Capitalising in that middle sector so that when James has the straight line speed, he has to use it from behind, not ahead. Because otherwise James was going to pull away and away and away. So James now heading round turn 3. Trying to catch, heading into the Retroposta, which will then lead into the Cedar de Lago. But he's not close enough. The plan is working for GC. He made that move. He went down the inside when he could force James out the way. James is very lenient. If there's a car to his inside, he'll give the space. He'll give him enough space to let him do his thing. And GC, learning that, has now used it to his advantage. James, who's known for being quite cautious on corner entry, now needs to have the corner exits to catch up to GC again. Cameron and Lewis battling, heading round the third last corner, as Cameron catching right up to Lewis. Lewis was leading on the safety car restart, but Cameron now trying to take third place away from him for a spot on the podium, and he makes contact, and for the second time at this section, Cameron causes contact at that corner. This time it's with Lewis, who switches to the inside and goes for a move. It's a late dive, it's a slidey dive, but he makes it stick like a smooth criminal. But for how much longer? Because he's mounted the curb, and now Cameron gets back ahead, heading down into turn 1. There's a car way off wide, and it's God Chaos. God Chaos wide at turn 1 and 2, and he's now skating back onto the track on thin ice. Lewis 4/10 away from Cameron here, and we have 10 laps left of Retro Racing in Season 1, and Lewis goes wide and nearly has a huge spin, but he saves the car from pointing the wrong way. He just ends up on the dirty stuff on the outside of that corner. So we head into turn 1, the Bico de Pato corner with Lewis. We head into Jun Xiao with GC. And GC in that special one-off livery Jordan car. He heads around into turn 1. Is anything going to be done? James saving ERS. But GC has this race under his control now. Yeah, I feel bad for Lewis as well. He's not just lost the win, he's now lost the podium. And he's picked up a penalty as well. Going from bad to worse for Lewis, but as long as he keeps it in the right direction, he should be able to get a good haul of points in P4. Yeah, there was more on the plate there, but it looks like GC's taken that opportunity away from him, as has James, as has Cameron. The 98 Jordan heading round in these last few laps here in Brazil. And to conclude the season, we have a Jordan leading a Benetton, then we have a Renault leading a McLaren in a yellow livery, then we have that McLaren leading a Brawn, then we have the Brawn leading the BMW Williams, then we have the Williams leading the Lotus, who then is leading the only people who have DNF, which is Kian, Hazard, Torlin, Max, HF, Synonym, Venom, TJ and Hexy, and earlier in the race before the red flag, Phoenix, who DNF'd earlier on. I might have missed someone out, but who knows. As we head into turn 1. Or turn 4, should I say, not turn 1, with James. So he heads through as what's that noise? Can you hear that coming out of Lewis's car? Strange noises, I must say so myself. James looks like he's lost a lot of time, and I think he made a mistake heading through. Yeah, he's making mistakes because Cameron's catching right up to him. Cameron went wide in sympathy, but Cameron catching right up to James. James, though, holding his own for now, but James could be under pressure from the Renault of Cameron. Cameron, who was battling for P1 and 2 with his own teammate earlier on before that ended in tears, now has a chance to get back up into the place that he lost earlier on in his crash with his own teammate with the Renault badges. That was, I lost myself there. Heading to turn 1. Look how much later Cameron can brake due to him having more aero, which means the wings are being used more at an more angular rate. We have James ahead of Cameron. Cameron looking to catch up, and Cameron goes wide. That could be it. I think it is it. Cameron goes wide, and yeah, the chase is over. Chase is called off. That's 7 laps to go here in Retro Racing for Season 1. Maguire saying his tyres have gone, and he's been on those tyres for 22 laps. That means the tyres for these guys are going to go soon enough, and that means they're all going to have to conserve. And then it should be a procession to the finish. Heading into Jinshan. And then heading up into Turn 1 for the 65th time with James and Cameron. So we head into the Senna S for the 65th time. 6 laps to go here in Retro Racing for Season 1. It's been a great season, full of monumental moments, which I'll go over in the post-race show into more detail. But yeah, it's been a great season, and it's set up it's a great simple formula that has worked out very well at the ownership of Tolan and the whole team at Retro, including Fenny and everyone else here at Retro Racing. That includes the drivers, that includes other commentators, other mods, other people who are just here for the laughs. As through goes Cameron on James. James made a mistake, and Cameron has come through at the Bico de Pato and takes second place from James on the 6th last lap of the championship season. And James loses the car and nearly pirouettes up that corner, and now that means Lewis is going to catch up to James. I reckon James is losing tyres, you know. James could be losing grip and losing confidence on those tyres, especially with a lack of aero on those tyres as well. He's going to be losing a lot of confidence. Lap 66, 5 laps to go of this championship season here in Retro Racing. The closest battle on track right now is the battle between Lewis and James, although they are separated by 3 seconds, so it's not really that close, but it's the closest we have at the moment. We had. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about GC. He's had a very good season here in Retro. He's been in the top 7 more times than you realise. I think he was here for the first race, wasn't he? He was here for the first race in Japan. Along with God Chaos, I think, and Evans and James as well. And James, who was really good in one lap in quali pace, especially. Led in different races like Monaco before that massive pile-up happened. He's led earlier today, as you've seen. So yeah. But the championship has gone to Fenny in Retro F1 in the Retro Le Mans series. Obviously, Kai won the championship, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, next season then, what can I tell you? Well, we have a second tier being added. Oh, there's a car off. Who's that? That will be Techno. Oh, Techno's round. big spin. Techno spins in front of the camera at Ferragura. So, and I think God Chaos just came past him, so I don't know if there was contact between the two of them or not. Oh, we have some family in the chat. We have GC's big brother in the chat saying that he's leading. That is that's wholesome, isn't it? He's got a bit of family pressure to add to the wake of this win, and the end of the championship as well. That's a wholesome one. So yeah. Oh, also, your brother said he wants to give you a kiss. That's bad. Anyway. Anyway, how many seconds is the... Oh, actually, I should put that up, shouldn't I? Sorry, I have stick drift. The controller stick drift. There we go. It's a 3-second penalty, and he's got a 3.4 second gap. So, yeah, he'll keep the win by 3/10. Will GC. He made the move earlier on at Ferragura, just before the horseshoe, which is the part of the track that Techno's in now. This bit, he went to the inside of James and took the lead from him, and then James, in retrospect, lost the place to Cameron a couple laps later. We're on lap 69. Warning: this car may contain nuts. This lap may contain nuts. That's inspired by Andrew Dinner. Anyway, 2 laps to go here in Retro Racing. But yeah, I was saying for next season, then we have a new tier in the named GP2 as a reference to what F2 used to be named. We have teams like Toro Rosso, Jaguar, and Tyrrell, which will be a team that I drive for in GP2 next season. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I'll talk more about that again in the post-race show. Kai asking who won. It's still going, my friend. I'll send him the stream actually. I just realised I said it was 2 laps to go. It's 3 laps actually. Well, I can't count. It'll be 2 laps in a moment or two. Ha ha ha. We head into turn 1. Why has he got a penalty? I think it's for multiple warnings. But I think it'll be taken off, if I'm honest. So I don't think that penalty's gonna stay. I think we're gonna take it off, but I'm not too sure. Oh yes, Joe, if you have any. Yeah, I'll let you know, Max, about BMW liveries. Yeah. We head into Ferragura with GC. Cameron's actually closing in on him as well, ironically. Holy, what have I missed? You've missed a lot, Hazza. You've missed a lot. We've missed a lot. Kian crashed under the safety. Oh, that was because of you. Always been a dirty driver. Anyway. Family banter, love it. Anyway, what has he missed? Well, you've missed James losing the lead. You've missed Lewis missing the lead and the podium. You've missed GC taking the lead. You've missed Cameron taking James. You've missed God Chaos going off. And you've missed Techno going off. That's it. So, and you've missed me talking a lot. He turned in. Okay. Well, we'll find out later. Hello, Tolan. You're still here. That's good to know. And you've come at a perfect time because it's the final lap of the Retro Racing, the first season of this league. And after 3 long, fun months here in Retro, we started in Japan. We went to Imola. Then we went to Austria. Then we went to Silverstone. Then we gone to Monaco. had a couple cars barrel roll. Lewis has retired from the session. That's a shame. He's ended his campaign a little bit too early, in my own opinion. But yeah, as I was saying, we went to Monaco. Then we went to Belgium. Then we went to Zandvoort. Then we went to Monza, where HF won. And after Monza, Phoenix was the champion. But then we had one more race, one more time to dance in Season 1. And then we've come to Brazil, and GC wins the Brazilian Grand Prix ahead of Cameron, who gets him on penalties. Then comes James, and then comes the final 3 drivers to finish in this league's season. And what a season it's been. And yeah, well done Giovanni, well done everyone. It's been a great season, and join me for the post-race show later on. It's been a great season. All 3 months have been great from my side, and I think most of the drivers can agree with that as well. This has been probably one of my most favourite things to commentate on, purely because I can flex my knowledge, and also because it's just funny, as funny as can be. So yeah, we have Maguire over the line, and that is it. That is Retro Racing done and dusted for Season 1. Retro Le Mans Series is done. Retro F1 is done. Retro Special Events, well, there might be some in the break. But yeah, that's it for now. It's on the 15th of November 2025 at 18 minutes past 10 UK time. Retro Racing ends Season 1 after 3 months after the first race in Japan. GC wins ahead of Cameron, then comes James. I forgot the penalty. So that's the order then. That's it. Join me for the post-race show later on. I'll talk to the drivers, and I'll talk just in general maybe about different things, because there's a couple things about the radio show I wanted to say about and show you all, and also there's just other things that I might cover. And yeah, so that's it for now. I'll see you all in the post-race show in a minute or two. Thank you very much again. If you're watching this on the YouTube before I do the recording, thank you again to Retro Racing. It's been an honour, genuine honour and a pleasure to commentate on this entire season, apart from Canada. I hope to commentate with Pete a bit more, and also with Kai as well. And yeah, I can't wait for another season of this. Thank you very much, and goodbye. It's been a great season, and I'll see you in the post-race show. Goodbye, stream. Oh, it's a 200-minute stream as well. Decent. Oh, gotta unplug my thing.